It sound right, boys.
It sound white, boy. Sound big, sound big, sound big, it sound white, boy. Big, sound big, sound big, sound big, it sound white, boy. Big, sound big, sound
It sound right, boys. It sound right, boy. Well, hello, what is up, and welcome to another episode of the Audio Roast Podcast. Josh, if you can double-click on your mouse there. 1, 2. Throw me the mouse. Oh, yeah. There we go. Hey, now we look a little bit professional. So, welcome to the Audio Roast Podcast. Happy Sunday, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. While you're here with us, in case this is your first time tuning in, do know that you can check us out as we stream live right now to YouTube and Facebook, as well as Twitch. So whichever way is easier for you to watch us, that's what we're going to do. Be sure to check out our other social medias, Instagram and Twitter, and you can hear audio-only episodes of what we're doing right now on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Alexa, Pandora, or wherever you get your audio podcasts. If you're interested, please do go ahead and consider becoming a monthly member on our Patreon page. Just go to patreon.com/The Audio Roast Podcast, and there you can find special bonus content and early access to upcoming shows and events. So your support allows us to keep doing what we're doing each and every week here on the show. Or if you'd like, you can do a one-time donation. You can do so via Venmo. So venmo.com/The Audio Roast Podcast. Cash App, we're $, The Audio Roast Podcast. Or you can go to paypal.me/The Audio Roast Podcast. We've also got playlists that are available at the end of most of our episodes, today being one of those. Just go to Spotify or iTunes, again, whichever you prefer, and search for the Audio Roast Podcast. There you'll find playlists featuring songs on today's show and our different games and segments that we'll be doing today, as well as playlists from past episodes. So if we've done a show in the past and you're like, man, I really dig this music, we've got some great music to go along with it. It's just a really good kind of a sister piece, if you will, to go along with the show. So we'll go ahead and recap what we did here last week. We had rock from the year 1979 was our topic. James Gilmore was one of our guests here in the studio, as well as Dr. Paul Tomlinson. We had a really good time, had a great time cutting up with both of those guys. Two really good guys. So if you missed last week's show, go back and give it a watch. It's good stuff. So here's what's going on next week. Well, we got a long story about this one. So I'll just let the cat out of the bag. We were going to do a Super Bowl party here at the Riff. And before that, we were going to do a live show in person downstairs to where you guys could have come and watched all this happen right before your eyes. It would have been kind of like if you went to the David Letterman show, but David Letterman wasn't there. It was me instead. So that's why we're not going to charge that much. But it's just too much to try to put together in a week. So I'd rather do it right, and we'll just wait. So that will come soon. So again, if you're on Patreon, when that happens, you'll be the first to know over there on Patreon. But today, we are going to be doing something special, something new, something different. Why? Because we got 99 problems, but rap ain't one. Well, so today we're going to be doing rap from the years 1996 to 1999. So for our guest, all of the games and stuff, the answers to those games will be from rap songs from the years 1996 through 99. What guest do you ask? Well, we've got D.J.P and Sabby J here in the studio with us today. I'm very looking forward to this, and I'll be honest with you. I know there's some people out there watching that are big into disco or big into rock, and maybe rap isn't their thing. Hold tight, don't change that channel, because I've got a confession to make. So to kind of pull the curtain back, whenever I'm making these shows during the week before Sunday, it usually takes me a couple of days to do this, but this week, for whatever reason, I couldn't get my head wrapped around what we're doing this week, just because, first of all, yes, it's different. I've got some guests that I'm really excited for, that kind of thing. But I figured out what it was. So it's not that we're doing a rap show today. That just happens to be kind of the topic. Today is going to be a show about passion. I've got two guests here that are very passionate about what they do. They believe in what they do. They have reason for what they do, and they want to share their story with you. So stick around, and we hope that you'll invest in the two people that are here with us today. Now then, let's go to everybody's favorite segment. Oh, looky there. just when you thought you knew. So last week, if you saw the show, you saw that we cut over to Joshua Poole in his little corner, and we did the same thing this week. And look at what happened. We went back a few years. So yeah, his mom has been on his Facebook page, and that was a great connection for me to make. Josh, in anticipation for today's show, because we tend to do a run through, to make sure everything's working right, which is why it always goes so smooth, like this background that's supposed to be moving right now, but who cares? So we Joshua has been anticipating, what am I going to do? Like, he's like, maybe we should call my mom. Oh, you're not calling my mom, are you? And I'm like, you'll just have to wait and see. That's all it was. So
it could be worse.
Right.
It probably will be in the future.
He's a smart man. That's why he's here. Now then, moving right along. 7 songs in 7 days. All right. Everybody's favorite segment. This is where you guys get to participate, and I will take your songs that you gave me last week, and I've given them a listen over the last 7 days, and I'm going to rank them now. So without any further ado, let's jump right into things. Christy Pressler gave us what came in number 7 with Make a Move by Icon for Hire. Not a fan. Sorry. Just kind of angsty and whiny. It's a female fronted band. It's nothing wrong with that. It's just, that wasn't a good one for me. Moving on. James Gilmore suggested Ben Harper's Please Bleed. Okay, well, we'll move on from that one. And the number 5 spot for the second time is Al Hutch's with Let's Think About Livin' by Bob Luman. Really good song. There's nothing wrong with this song. There's just a couple others that I kind of liked a little more. One of them being from Brian Betancourt in the number 4 spot. It Was a Good Day by Ice Cube. How can you not like that song, right? I mean, Are you deaf? Here's why it's on number 4, not number 1. And some of these other songs, you know, it's just too chill. No pun intended with Ice Cube. But it doesn't go up to anything. And I was like, I was in the mood this week for something a little more up. So in the number 3 position from Abigail Burbridge, we've got She Used to Be Mine by Sarah Bareilles. Good stuff. It really goes along with what you've been sending in. I'm really getting a good feel for who you are and what connects with you. So that's really cool. That's awesome for me. In the number 2 spot from Kim Garmery, we've got Creek Alley by the Mamas and the Papas. My goodness, how has PC culture come a long ways? Everybody's getting fat except Mama Cass. Wow. Nonetheless, it's a good song. It's actually a song about them and their formation and their coming up, if you will. But in the number 1 position, Deborah Klein gave us I'm No Angel by Greg Allman. It's classic. How can you not like it? So,
Yeah.
now is the time to go ahead and use the hashtag 7. Send us any song, any genre from any decade. It could be any style. Please, dear God, just make it a song. All right. And we'll take the next 7 days and give it a listen and give it a rank. So we are going to take a quick little commercial break. We're going to get all situated and all that kind of stuff. And we'll be back in just a minute. So stick around. We'll see you soon.
Hey musicians, do your shows need that extra layer of fun and excitement? Wow your fans with next level production and let Sunset Productions help you up your game. We can create custom and unique sound, lighting, and video packages designed just for you and your budget. Let's work together and give our community the shows they deserve. For more information, contact Jared Isaacs at sunsetproductionsspringfield@gmail.com. You can also check us out on Facebook and Instagram at Sunset Productions. Sunset Productions. Don't be a jukebox. Be an experience.
Here you go, Josh. Recliner Wrestling Review. Check it out Wednesdays on YouTube. Join your hosts, John and Jared, as they talk all things professional wrestling. So if you're a fan of professional wrestling, again, go to YouTube, search for Recliner Wrestling Review, release videos every Wednesday, all that good stuff. There are already episodes available, so please do go over to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, because episodes are available only on YouTube. Well, hello there. So let's go ahead and keep the thing rolling that we're doing here. Let's see what we got first. Again, go to YouTube and search for the Audio Rose Podcast for the second time. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Stay tuned to all of our future stuff. Do the same thing on Facebook right now. While you're watching, go ahead and like this video and share this to your timeline. You know, tag some friends, all that good stuff. Make sure while you're doing all that to turn on our follow notifications. And while you're commenting along with the show, give us some reactions. You know, let us know if you're liking it or loving it or laughing at us or whatever. We want you on board and having a good time with us. So let's find out what's in our cups.
Barracuda.
Oh yeah, we're drinking a little Barracuda Bite today. It's the medium to light roast coffee. I didn't know how strong everybody liked it, so this is kind of where I play it safe. So good stuff. Thanks to Classic Rock Coffee for your continued sponsorship. Good stuff. Now then, let us go to the comments. Let's go ahead and crank out some of these hashtag 7s here. Dave Kleins, before we get started. Hey, what's up? Great to see you. Good to see you as well. Jody, hashtag 7 Cold Water by Holvey. Sure. I think I'm saying that right. Al says, is that Cuddles? I'm not sure. Oh, you're talking about the llama. Yes, that was Cuddles. Uh-oh. Where'd you go? You're right there. Oh, there you go.
I was just gonna say I hear alpaca meat is pretty good.
If you say so. Julia Lee Cobb says, #7 Back in the Woods by Rival Sons. Tara Fritz here with us today. I don't know if I can handle the explicit language. I might melt. Yes, you might. I know your little virgin ears. I don't know. That angel that you live with. Nice freaking shirt, Jared. Well, thank you, Julia. I'm a big fan, especially of Sammy Guevara, if I'm being honest. Multitasking again tonight. It's Royal Rumble. That's correct. And I'm missing out. So no spoilers, please. I'll be watching it tomorrow. Is the show on Tumblr? No. #7 from Cindy Lucas. Judas by Today mixes your love of wrestling and music. Nice. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. So that's Judas by Fozzy. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was like, Chris Jericho's and Fozzy. Al Hutches says, next week for #7, just have Jared rank Jock Jams album. Jock Jams #2. Done deal. Already, I own it, so I can tell you. I can tell you even what song is next. Ryan, hey, I made it. Well, thanks for joining us, Ryan. I'll go ahead and do it right now, Ryan. So while I've got you here, for those that don't know, Ryan is not only a patron of the Audio Roast podcast. You know, I'm always saying, hey, join us on Patreon. We got some fun stuff. Ryan was the first one to do so. And Ryan was nice enough to swing by yesterday and said, hey, I ordered you a little something. It might be more appropriate for your wrestling show, your wrestling podcast that you do. But, you know, I've got free time on Sunday, so go ahead and open it live on air. So it's totally unopened. I don't know what this is, but I'm going to open it up and see what we've got. I knew I was going to run out of time. We've got some kind of kinky looking coffee mug. But I could see what's on it, and you just made my day. So, for those of you that are old school fans of anything old school, this is some old school wrestling, and it's an old school mug. So it looks black, but I'll bet you I'll go ahead and waste a cup of coffee. That's okay. Because I ain't drinking out of this till I wash it. Now then. Hopefully it's heat activated, but I'll let it sit here and see what it says. There it goes. It's going now. I like how it's a reveal from bottom up. There we go. It says, "Oh yes," and it's Paul Bear, who I'm a huge fan of. So that is awesome, Ryan. Thank you so much. You totally made my day with that. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. All right, now then, McKenna says, "Bring on Savvy J." Absolutely, I agree. We're gonna run right through some of this. We are Fragile Flowers. I must have missed something. I don't know. Is that a song, Deborah? Let me know. Most welcome, buddy. Thank you. Lisa says, "I'm back. I've missed you, Jared and Nature Pod Boy." Woo! All right. Well,
We've got to stop talking to my mom.
We've definitely missed having you here, Lisa. So, all right, Joshua, let's go ahead and get the show on the road. All right, let us go ahead and meet today's guest. Our first guest, I would say you know him from Savvy J, but good Lord, he is. Let's go ahead and welcome at this time, Savvy J. There we go. Oh.
Technical Oh, there.
Hey,
Hey,
there
what's
we go.
going on?
Now we got some of
Those
that.
new mute groups they're throwing.
Yes,
you
it
that's
is.
right.
So I thought, oh, I'll make all this new stuff and it'll make it easier whenever I go to mute somebody, and I forgot I did something new. So, Savvy J, thank you so much for being here with us, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely. I'm excited to kind of get to know you. For both of my guests today, you guys walking in the door and us shaking hands was the first time I've ever met you guys. So what you guys are seeing at home, this is the first encounter. So if I'm not alive tomorrow, you know, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Right. No, it's awesome to have you here, man. I'm excited to kind of get to know you a little bit. So
yeah, thanks, man. You as well.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and meet our second guest. You know him. Where's my pedal? There we go. You know him from, he was on BET's Master of the Mix, and we'll find out how it all, how it all went, how it worked in his favor, we'll say. Let's go ahead and welcome at this time the one and only, the very infamous D.J.P.
What up? We good?
Hey.
We are.
How's it going, man?
Good. How are you, Jared?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good, man.
I feel like I'm full of energy, which is weird because I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep. Maybe that's why.
Hey,
Maybe
join,
like halfway through the show, I'm just gonna.
join the club. Join the club. I may do it right here.
You know it's good for that? Classic rock coffee.
Ah,
Yeah, I was
see
gonna say
what
it's
you
probably
did
that
there.
Barracuda.
Me and caffeine.
All right. Tara says, I love Savvy J. Yes.
I
so,
love you too.
So here's the deal, Tara. I actually, in preparation for today's episode, I actually went back and listened to episode number 22 of the Unsung Dreamers and listened to Savvy J's episode. You guys did a fantastic job with the interview. I'm gonna try not to repeat some questions. I've got some unique questions. And it's gonna be a good time. I enjoyed your interview and kind of from a distance getting to know Savvy J. So more on that soon. But the same with D.J.P. Good Lord, you and I could sit here for hours probably and discuss a lot of what you've done in your career. So I'm excited to have you guys on. I'm excited to well, here's the thing. If you guys are watching the show and haven't watched the show before, a lot of the concept for this is to get some people that you know from on stage, off stage, and to let you kind of see them as the people that they are. And in the meantime, kind of intertwine. Here's what they do and why. So with that being said, gentlemen, let's go ahead and jump into our first game. Break the ice.
Dun dun dun. Oh God.
I love it so much when that's somebody's reaction to this.
Guess the song in reverse. Oh no.
Right, yeah. So what's really fun is a lot of times we'll do like guess the song, and then we'll do guess the song in reverse, and they're like, I didn't even do good on forwards.
That'll be me.
So by the way, Joshua, Tammy
Yes, sir.
says #7 Happy Now by Pentatonics. Thank you for that, Tammy, and thank you for joining us. It's awesome to see you guys. Tara says, you rock, thanks, and he's brilliant. Yes, he is, and he's got an awesome story, and just a damn good dude. It's so weird. Like, I've been trying to, like, monitor my language, and now I'm like, we're going uncensored today, so screw it. All right, so it's going to be as simple as we're going to play you about a 30-second clip of a famous rap song, and here's the thing, too. So I say rap. There may be a little crossover into hip hop. I'm not that big of a jerk about it. But it'll be from the years 1996 through 99 as an answer. So, Savvy, since you're just a wonderful ball of nerves over there, we'll let you go first.
That's right. That's me. Super nervous all the time.
So, no worries. As am I. So again, a little 30-second clip, and anytime that you can name the name of the artist and the song, just let me know.
Yeah.
So, are you ready?
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's attempt to do it.
Let's do it. P's got it.
Oh, dude, that's definitely Eminem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what song?
Oh,
He went too long.
Slim Shady. No. Oh my God, what is it? The real Slim Shady?
Can I say
No.
it?
No, can I use him as a lifeline?
But if the song runs out and you haven't guessed it yet, he steals it.
Oh my gosh, I should know this.
Yes, you should.
Oh my God, that's so sad.
This is why you should just stick to country music.
Dangling.
All right,
hey, man,
DJP,
Branson's
tell
not
us
too
what it
far away.
is.
Hi, my name is.
Hi,
There
my
you
name
go.
is. That's what it is.
Hi, my name is Slim Shady.
Slim Shady.
You got to remember, I ran records backwards for years.
Yeah, dude.
I know.
You got
I
this
did.
for sure.
I did think about
It
that
doesn't mean anything.
as I was making the
I've heard a lot of
games. I was
records.
like, man, this is kind of a disadvantage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, dude, that was good. That was fun.
Good. That's all we're here for. That's the hardest. it'll be.
Damn. I'm disappointed in myself.
Don't be,
Hey, at least I got you over there, right?
Give it time. I'll probably screw something up too.
Probably not, man. He knows some
It's all
stuff.
good.
DJ P
Christy
is the real
Pessler,
deal.
you had the right artist, but the wrong song. Same as Savvy. My name is correct. All right, so DJP, here is your first song, sir.
DMX.
And the name of the song?
Pop, drop, load them, shut them down, load them up.
Open up shop.
God, Rough Riders.
I'll give it to you.
Rough,
Close
is that right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Rough Riders.
Rough Riders Anthem. Yes.
Good job. There we go.
Good stuff. And I saw that it looked like Savvy J knew that one just like that. Of course.
Yeah.
Either that, him and Ja Rule,
Right.
for
Yeah.
real.
It was like they were in a pissing contest.
Yep. Smoking as many cigarettes as they
Yeah.
could
And the
before they
pissing
went on
contest
tape.
was how many rocks can they swallow before they rap?
Right. Yeah. I had to give it to DMX though.
And no, he. In fact, I was telling Joshua earlier today when we did a run through the show. I was like, man, I was a big DMX fan whenever I was in high school. It was good stuff. All right, Savvy, let's go ahead and let you have another.
Oh
crack at it.
man, shot of redemption.
Here you go.
Nope, it's not coming to me. Oh wait. Nope. That one won't come to me. Oh wait, maybe. How trippy. No, that one's not coming to me. You know it? You know it, don't you?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like a drummer chick.
D.J.P?
All right.
right.
Answer?
Yep.
Juvenile, back that ass up.
That's it.
Oh, dude, good job.
Oh, since you got
Dude,
that right,
good job.
here you go. This one's for you.
Girl, you look good. Won't you?
That's right. The classic.
I'd rather hear the song in forward.
Right? Yeah. No, same. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
That damn copyright though, it gets us. So that's why I've got to do it backwards.
funny.
Okay. Let's oh,
D.J.P.
yeah. Thank you for that.
Got
Oh, yeah. I know who it is.
DJ.
It's Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And do you know the
Hard
song?
Knock Life.
There you go.
It's a hard knock. That was a dope track.
That was very
That's
good.
a really good
So
one.
and more on this later. More on this
Anytime you
later,
can
but
sample Annie.
exactly.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Like,
love that kind of stuff.
Yes.
That's what I do as a DJ. Sample odd, obscure things. And form into
Yep.
beats. Yes.
for sure.
Yeah, that one is a good one.
Really good stuff. Al said Luda. Nope. But Hard Knock Life. Correct. All right.
Hey, I got to say what's up to Jody Guy out there.
Yes.
That's my man right there.
Yes. Actually, Jody.
Papa Green Shoes.
What's that?
Papa Green Shoes.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, man. What's up,
No,
Jody?
Jody's the one actually that put us in touch.
Yep.
So thank you, Jody, for that.
Thank you,
It's awesome. All right, I think we might have one more. Yeah, here we go. And this one's
Now, this will be the one I'll miss.
I think
What's
this
that?
one, is this Savvy?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't
Savvy.
know them all.
Yeah, I think he does though.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what that is. Come on.
Dude, this backwards thing is messing me up.
Listen to the guy's lyric. Pay attention.
It's like
I think he's like, when you hear his voice. But it is backwards. So, I mean,
But it really does sound the same forwards. I mean, pretty similar.
like this dude was like in his own world. He was like one of those. He's like,
oh
Eminem,
dude.
you know,
Very-
It's
he was-
trippy to listen to them all backwards.
No, it is.
It's
It
not
is.
just
I
like
feel this artist was very ahead of his time as far as
Totally.
the style.
totally.
Yeah.
like I kind of want to take a guess, but
Go for it.
Take
Let's
a
go.
guess.
no.
Take a guess.
DJP, do it.
Busta
No.
Rhymes.
Yeah, dude, that's what I was gonna say, but
Yes.
I didn't want to be like Busta
You
Rhymes.
would have
And
gotten
everybody's
at
like,
least 1 point if you said Busta.
Here's the deal, and I forgot to say this before the show. Savvy, if you look to your right, there's a board on the wall. It says, "Have fun. Don't worry about wrong answers." Nobody gives a shit if you don't
You
know.
gotta
it.
have the right answers when you're talking about
Okay.
hip-hop
Yes.
stuff.
You must have the right answers, or we're not promoting your shit.
That's exactly right. It said it in the contract that we didn't sign. That I never
Ooh-ha.
signed.
Exactly. Yeah. My pen ran out of ink.
Shit.
Sorry.
That's right.
Busta. That's correct. All in check. Yes.
All
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Busta.
Christy says sounds close to the Samson song in Half Baked. Okay. All right. Let's see, Joshua. What have we got? Oh man, already?
Yeah. You gotta pay some
Dang.
bills, dude.
We burned through that. Yeah, let's pay some bills. Let's thank some sponsors. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, get a little refill action going on,
Yeah.
and we'll be back in just a minute.
That I probably
Classic rock coffee. It's coffee that rocks, yeah. This ain't your typical coffee shop. It's Java with attitude, baby. From the moment you step onto the stage, you'll see, hear and taste the difference. We're rocking and roasting 7 days a week with guitars, amps, lights, burning wrists and groupies. We've got the best coffee, frappes, smoothies, protein shakes, pastries and sandwiches. Oh yeah, green M&Ms if you get backstage. Come on in and get a whole lot of love. Get the idea, my babies? Even if you don't love classic rock. Well, that's impossible. You're gonna love classic rock coffee. Check us out. Located at Kansas Expressway and Sunset.
All right, so we are back in action.
What's that?
Hopefully everybody got the refills and all that kind of good stuff.
Oh, really?
Let's see here.
Dude, that's super cool.
I did, while we're on break, I did find, I told you I had notes written about the 7 songs that I ranked,
Gotcha.
and so I'll go through those real quick. Christy, I thought that Icon for Hire sounded like a cheap Paramore. It was whiny, and everybody in the band looked like a bunch of douchebags. They're probably great guys, but they looked like douchebags, which, of course, makes every impact on the sound of the song. James Gilmore with Please Bleed. I would guess that was an early 90s or 2000s song. I just put meh. Nothing really grabbed me. It was just kind of a bland song, in my opinion. Al with Let's Think About Living. I did really enjoy all of the old references to all the old 60s songs in the song. I always appreciate a little give backness, if you will. Let's see here. I already explained the one about Ice Cube. Going to Abigail's song, She Used to Be Mine by Sarah Bareilles. It reflects on who she thought she'd become. And it was from a musical. I thought I had it written down, but I don't. But it was an interesting story because even without seeing the show, you could tell what the artist related to besides just the show. No, it was I want to say it was The Magician, or it was like a one name kind of thing like that. But it was about a waitress who I think had an abortion or something like that. It was interesting. But anyway, yeah. So that's that. Good Lord, I almost killed myself. So let's go ahead and
Next game.
Yeah, next game.
Everyone's favorite.
All these games.
I know, right? Yeah, what's up with that?
I want to get myself into.
Yeah, like
This
what
is
kind of
technically-
operation are we running here?
We're gonna stub him here soon.
This
Pretty
is
much.
technically not a game.
Yeah, it's kind of not a game,
not a
but
game.
it's fun, just like fun in games. I don't know.
Fun in
Christy
games.
says, "Ouch," but understandable. Their newer stuff is definitely better. Well, cool. And
Then
yes,
why didn't you recommend one of the newer
yeah,
things?
Christy,
yeah,
come
on,
on,
Christy.
Here you go. I haven't done this one in a minute. Come on, Christy, what's your deal? All right, sorry, had to.
That was fancy.
Yeah.
Hey there, fancy pants. Christy says,
Awesome.
there, damn autocorrect. That's okay. Waitress was the name of the musical. Thank you,
Waitress,
Julia.
okay.
Julia, it sounds like you know something about musicals. Interesting little tidbit there. All right, so fellas, covering covers is a game that we do. As a quick synopsis, this is actually the game that started the whole show. So we're going to be watching people doing covers of today's topic, again, rap from the years 96 through 99. And we're going to rank them based on their performance, whether we thought they did good or whether we thought they totally sucked a big one. We're not out to hurt anybody's feelings or be dicks, but sometimes people just got to know. They gots to know.
They gots to know.
So this is going to work. It's got like several different videos kind of comprised together, and it'll be a random generator that cycles through. So you just tell us to stop whenever you feel good about it. It'll give us a video, and we'll take it from there.
Who we starting with?
We'll start with D.J.P.
Okay.
D.J.P.
Stop.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Still Dre.
Oh, yeah.
This is done by the Company Store. It was originally obviously done by Dr. Dre. This video was uploaded December of 2013. It has 259,000 views and 892 views to the channel. So just kind of off the top of your head, which there's some of that information. D.J.P, do you think you're going to roast or toast this performance? Obviously, a roast is where you kind of poo-poo on them. And a toast is where we raise a toast and tell them they thought they did good.
Okay.
So do you have any gut instinct on this one? Do you think it's going to be good, or do you think it's going to be not so good?
Well, I can't judge until I
Okay.
hear them. They may kill it. but
All
they
right.
may
That's
suck,
fair.
you know.
That's totally
Very fair.
That's fair. We'll go that route.
Never judge a book. So you
All right. Roll that beautiful bean footage, sir.
With a mandolin. Oh,
That's
man.
interesting.
that's actually dope.
That's
Yeah.
way cool.
Okay.
A little swingy.
Right? That's what's great about the song. It's got that balance.
Still, Dre Day, aka before I chrome, well, I can keep it home alive. rocks when I frequent the spots I've known to rock. You hear the bass in the trunk of when I'm on the block. Ladies, they pay homage, but haters say Dre fell off now. My last album was a chronic. They wanna know if I still got it. They say raps change. They wanna know how I feel about it. Dr. Dre's the name, still ahead of my game still. Fuck with my beef still, fuck with the beast still. Not loving police still. I rock my khakis with the cuff and the crease, and I still got love for the streets.
Not bad.
213.
Yeah.
Still my
Not bad.
beat bang, still doing my own thing since I left. Ain't
It's
too
interesting,
much
there's like-
still.
Of course, with the mandolin, there's that little influence of bluegrass almost
Yeah.
through there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different. I like different.
It's pretty soulful.
And then we get then we get horns. I'm like,
Exactly. Yeah, it's toasted.
nice.
Yeah, dude.
Good.
I would agree. That's cool.
So DJP, on a scale from 0 to 5, what would you rank that?
0 to 5. I give that a 4.
So we'll go with a solid
Yeah,
4
give it a
cups on that
4.
one.
4
solid.
cups of
4.
toast.
That's right.
That's pretty good.
Or of classic rock coffee.
Yeah.
Love classic.
So Savvy, what about you? What did you think of that one?
I thought it was pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
What would you rank it?
I'd say about a 4. Like they were hitting everything pretty well. I think maybe it lost some of the originality, but that comes with like the genre they were doing it.
I would
through,
agree.
You know,
It
so
just-
like it was still pretty. It was awesome.
It was good. It just
It was
needed
really cool.
probably a little more energy
Yeah,
or
probably
something.
more
Like
oomph.
whether it was the vocals or something, but it just
Yeah.
I think the drums could have been a little funkier. He could
Yeah.
have
there you go.
added
Yeah.
a few more kicks in between.
Yeah.
It was just a little boom,
Little
God,
dry.
I wanted
Yeah.
a boom,
Yep.
boom. I wanted a you know.
Yes.
You
Yes.
know.
Exactly. Barb says, "I do like the instrumentation.
Ooh,
I
listen
will
to
agree
Jared
with
over
that."
here beatboxing. Did you
Uh,
hear that?
man.
Jessica with
Beatboxing.
a nice, a 5-star, a 5-cup review there. Deb says, "Jazz, grass,
Jazz,
rap?
grass, rap.
Question mark? Yeah.
I like that. There's a new one.
Well, look who's here with us. Anthony says 3 cups kind of monotone for me. Well, you're tone deaf.
yeah, bro.
Come on,
I'm just kidding. I don't
come
know
on,
who he is.
bro.
Bro.
4 cups from Barb, and let's go ahead and let Savvy J have a spin at the old wheel.
Oh shoot! Hey, look at that. I didn't cuss. It's a new day for me. Stop. Hammer time.
Oh man!
Oh, here we go.
Yes, indeed. Here we go. So California Love,
Tread lightly on this one. This
as
one's
done
like
as
a
done
classic.
by Chad Knight Band and Friends.
Another great.
Obviously, that was done by Tupac. So uploaded January of 2019. This video has 2,500 views and 168 subscribers. Savvy, how you feeling about this so far?
I don't know. I'm optimistic. Let's see what they got.
All right,
let's see
do-
let's see what they're laying down.
Let's check it out.
Say hello to my friends from Down and Good.
My friends.
Friends from
That's a
Down
good
Good.
start. Oh, real brassy
Let me hear you out there.
coming at you.
California knows how to party.
The bass is getting it.
California
This is hard to translate without like a talk box or something.
Yeah.
in the city of LA.
Nobody know the word there.
Right.
Right.
In the city of Compton.
Yep.
We keep it rocking. Hey, keep it rocking.
Come on.
Yeah, now let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West.
To the Wild Wild West.
Untouchable like alien nest. The track gets your eardrums like a sucker to chest.
Yeah, I was like, no, you're ahead of yourself.
In the city of sex, we in that sunshine state
Huh.
with a bomb ass hippie. A state that you'll never find a dance floor empty. That pimp speed on the mission for that green. Mean, money making machines earthy. I've been in the game for 15 years thinking rap tune. Ever since Honey's been wearing Sassoon, now it's
I don't know, man.
They caught me
It's
walking
like-
down and shining, looking like a Rob Liberace. It's all good from the Diego to the Bay. The city is the bomb if your city making pay. Oh, throw up a finger if you feel the same way. Dre putting it down for Mississippi. Hey.
It's got ups and downs.
Yeah, it's like the band is on point, but it's like super hard to match the hype of Tupac. You know what I'm saying? The way he just attacks the mic. He's got a lot of dynamic. He's got a lot of attitude, and it's just really hard to kind of stand next to that. I'm surprised it doesn't have more views than what 2.5 thousand, right?
That keyboard player doesn't really fit the band, does
No,
it?
yeah. I was like, there's an odd
He,
man
she,
out.
I really couldn't tell.
Right.
If
They-
he would have kept his vocals like he was getting, like you said, he was kind of getting ahead of himself.
Yeah.
And,
I think he came in like a beat too early, right?
Yeah,
or
that's what I
something.
mean. Yeah, he
He
was
got-
he
he
was
got
off
ex-
time, and
you
then
know
he
what
had
he
to
did?
like
He
kind
got
of draw back and okay, and here we go. And it's like,
he got
how do you not know? I mean, if you're a rap fan, how do you not know that?
Yeah.
It's just yeah,
he got excited.
I think so.
Yeah.
And it's easily
It's
He-
hard.
he
It's hard not
saw-
to.
He saw the girl in the front row and was like, "I got all this shit." It happens.
Dude, that's funny.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Let's let Savvy go ahead and rate this one.
Okay, so how many cups can I do?
You can go up to 5.
5?
And we you can go as low as a 0.5, or you can
Or
give
you
it a
can go
straight
the
up
opposite
roast.
direction. You can roast up to 5.
Oh, damn. That's brutal.
Yeah.
We've
I
done
don't
it.
think
We've done it.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to like roast it.
Nah.
I think I like want to give it 2.5,
Yeah.
but like really mainly for the band. I mean, they came out brassy, hitting the pocket, the bass was bumping, everything was cool. But right when the dude started spitting, I was like, huh?
Yeah.
And he like kind of forgot the lyrics at
Right.
the open, which is like when you're gonna captivate a crowd, you gotta like come out and just hit that shit.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I don't know, it
Especially
kind of
on a
lost
song
it.
that's that iconic.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. But like as far as the band, oh dude,
That's fair.
that was nasty. So a
Yeah.
2.5.
Okay. D.J.P, how do you feel?
For me, I'm gonna give him I mean, granted, the band, I gotta give it to the band. Give him a 3.5.
3.5?
Can we do that?
Oh, yeah.
Halves, right?
Yeah,
do that.
3.5.
Give him
There it
a
is.
3.5.
Whoop. There it is.
2.7.
Sorry, that's like 92. Show my age. I don't know if I could be that nice. I'm gonna go 2 cups. I agree the band was good, but there's just room for improvement. And I'm not talking about him being early on the lyrics. I've fucked up my fair share.
Oh, yeah. I
So I'm
think
not
we
going
all
to judge
have.
too harshly on that. I will be that guy, and I will say it was very odd that the white guy was the one doing the rapping while he's standing next to a black guy. I'm like, come on, man.
Hey, you can't put a race on music now.
No, you're right.
You realize.
You're right.
True.
Look at
You're very
Eminem.
right.
Look at the Beastie Boys.
Oh,
It's very true.
Third base.
Let's go to the comments here. Anthony says, cringe. They tried at least, but his voice was so... It has no
oomph to it. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I was like, you
Yeah.
can't just go up against
I had-
Tupac and not bring it.
I had to go with a band mainly. The guy on
Yeah,
the mic
dude.
is just
The band,
Yeah.
the brassiness, I mean, they
Yeah.
were hitting it.
yeah.
And that's exactly it, Barb. I think if they had a few more practices, that's exactly kind of what I mean.
Yeah.
They have the potential to be really, really good. Is this a House of Pain bloopers reel? Band was really good though.
Would rather do the Oompa Loompa song and dance.
Yeah.
2
I like
cups
that.
from Brian, and Christy says would rather do an Oompa Loompa song and dance. Wow, man, coming in
Now
hot.
that was a
y'all.
roast.
Coming in hot.
That was a roast.
Yes. So real quick, speaking of coming in hot, look at this.
Oh, my
Uh-oh.
What?
That's
What
so
are you doing
hot.
over there?
I'm completely offended.
I'm completely offended.
Are you
Terrible.
coming in? What's
Speaking of coming in hot, let me try this again.
okay?
Look at what we got. Who's around
Oh.
you?
Oh,
Who are these people?
Look at those
I have
dudes.
no idea. I don't
Oh,
know
come
this
on.
guy.
You can't tell me you have no
Special
idea.
guests.
It's written right behind
I think
you.
there's 50 Cent
There is a 50-cent
Yeah,
piece there.
and you got Nelly on the
and
other
Nelly,
And Nelly. Yes. All right. Well, I just wanted to address
and
that.
also my bass.
Oh, yeah.
And my bass. There you go.
Don't drop it. Don't do a bass drop. All right. So let's give let's see here. We'll
DJ.
have D.J.P give the old wheel and no spin.
Oh, I seen my band. Stop. Hammer time.
Baby, I Got Your Money. This is covered by Galactic, and of course, it was
Dirty
originally
Old
done by
Bastard.
Old Dirty Bastard.
No.
See,
that
that's-
was that was
This was uploaded
Oh, yeah,
all
this
the
was
way
Rap
back
Show.
in November of 2013. It has 2,500 views and 8,500 subscribers to the channel. So, yeah, we'll see.
Interesting.
Let's check out some Galactic.
You give me your number, I call you up. You act like your pussy don't interrupt. I ain't got no
Hey, I
trouble
like
with
what
your
you said.
fucking weed, but I got a little problem with
Why
your
is he
not
talking
fucking
like
weed.
this?
So you know I'ma take care of you, cause you say you got my baby and I know it ain't true. Is it a good thing or it's
All I
bad?
hear is bass.
For good
Right.
or
Yeah.
worse, make you switch, so I walk on
They're
over
tight.
with my crystal. Both rows put away your piss out. Baby won't be having that in this house, cause girl, now rip for your style. Now that you heard my convoys, you couldn't get another pussy, girl, it won't get moist. If you wanna look good
You know what?
and not
He,
be bummy, girl, you better give me that
reminds
honey.
me-
Hey, baby, I got
He
your
reminds
money, don't you worry. Say, hey, baby, I got your money.
G-Love and Special Sauce. You know who they are?
No. Why is he?
He
why
reminds me of G-Love.
Oh, really?
That's how G-Love would bring it.
Gotcha.
You know who G-Love is?
It's interesting he's taken that.
You know, it's like,
Right.
he's got that flow.
It's interesting he's taken the melody on the word money instead of honey, baby, I got your money. He's going money. He's like doing this
Yeah.
weird fall
Right.
thing. Like,
I mean, it's not weird. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just sitting
Right.
here going,
It's different.
Yeah.
That bass line.
Right.
I'm digging the bass.
band kind of seems a little dead right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
I see
You know,
like 12
you
people
got
just
the
standing
drums,
there.
you got, you know,
Yeah, you got. I saw
bass.
saxophone and all sorts of stuff.
There's a little horn.
So they're like layering it.
It's not terrible.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a little underdressed for their available
Yeah.
musicianship, right?
Yeah, I'm like, man, are they playing a festival or something? Surely that's not their own crowd.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it's hard to like really judge it because you're not there. Like we're hearing it through,
Yeah.
you know, you can't really tell if the band's really full or not.
Yes.
I mean, the feed is
No, you're spot
You know what
on.
I'm
I've
saying?
said that
So it's
before in
like-
past episodes. Like, we're getting a morsel of it, but we're not there. There's a whole vibe that you miss by watching somebody's video, even if it's the greatest
Yeah.
concert in your life. There's
And-
still more to be in there than
I
you
didn't
will-
think he was bad. You know, he had his own little swing to it vocally.
Yeah.
The band
Now,
band was like I said, it just seemed like they weren't as I don't know. I have to give this one maybe yeah. Let's see what we got 5 cups, right?
Yep.
5. I think he kind of saved. I would give that I'll give it a 3.
I'd say that's pretty respectable.
Yeah.
Savvy, what
I
about
was
you?
going to
man?
say like 2.5, 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in
Uh,
agreement.
I would be more inclined to give him a much higher, like 4 to 4.5. But I'm like you guys. Like, why was half the band just standing there? And like,
Yeah.
there was so much room.
There
for-
could have been
for
so much more
music.
I mean,
texture.
somebody at least could have pulled a G.G. Allen or something and to liven it up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
take a dump.
dang.
Take a dump right there on stage.
Yeah,
give him
dude.
a 5.
Something.
Yeah.
Somebody better find that
Yeah,
money.
you know,
That's
That
funny.
money.
do something. You know.
Let's see here. I saw it earlier. Al Hutchins says it's pronounced with an umpty. Yes, it is. 4 cups from Brian. McKenna says not bad, but definitely needs some more instrumentals. Yes,
Yeah.
not
agreed.
bad. Seemed a tad bit slow. Yeah, maybe the tempo was a little behind. 3 for Al.
And they
And
smoked a couple before they went out.
Yeah.
probably. I think we've got another one here. For is
Savvy?
this D.J.P? Is it your turn?
I just went.
No, yeah.
Oh, no,
Savvy
yeah.
Jazz.
Savvy.
Here we go.
Stop.
Don't you feel all the power?
All the power.
All right. Doo-wop, That Thing. Originally done by
Digs.
Lauryn Hill, but this is The Digs.
The dig.
So this video was uploaded September of 2018. It has 9,100 views and 704 subscribers. So, interesting numbers.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and give them a listen.
Yeah, let's do it. There you go.
Listen, it's been 3 weeks since you've been looking for your friend.
Oh,
The way
damn.
you let hit it and never called you again. Remember when he told you he was about the Benjamins? You act like you were him, but gave him a little to begin.
Get it, girl,
Now
yeah.
you think you really gon' pretend like you wasn't down and you called him again and thus when you give it up so easy you ain't even fooling him. But if you did it then you gotta do it again.
I'm digging it
You
so
walking
far.
out your
Oh,
ex
yeah.
saying you're a Christian.
Not so sure I'm digging the trussing around there, just shaking and wobbling all
Yeah,
over.
that's
but-
right.
Maybe that's the production guy.
About that.
Showing off your ass cause you thinking it's a trick, girlfriend. But let me break it down for you again. You know I only say cause I'm truly genuine. Don't be a hard rock when you really are a baby girl. Respect is just the minimum. Support a messed up, but you still defending them now. I am only you.
This is a full sound.
Yeah, if the other ones would've done this,
right,
much higher ratings, I think. And they're like flowing and vibing. The whole stage is moving.
Yeah.
You're right. That stage.
Here we go. Too. Now I'm looking at the trussing, just kind of wiggling around.
Dude, it's like,
I'm thinking like one of those moving lights doesn't fall off.
I'm curious what all the white pole stuff is.
Yeah.
Watch out. Some guys are lonely about everything.
Yeah, dude. That
I mean, damn.
yeah,
I
dude.
got
They
some
got that. I
goosebump
mean,
action.
that's like something you can dance to, you can
Yeah.
groove to. I mean, they were like, I think, dude, I'll give that one a solid 5, man.
There you go. Boom, right out of the gate.
Yeah, and they're probably in church on Sunday after their Saturday
Right.
performance.
Yeah, they got to
Probably.
tear down because they got to be up in
praise
the morning.
worship. Yeah,
Yeah, that was fire. I like that.
That really was. It really was. It was fire in a good way.
Yeah.
DJP, what do you think?
Oh, I gave him a 5 from the get go.
I agree. I think we
You could
all
just tell by
hella
looking at
toast.
you could just tell by looking at that band they knew what
they had
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
They were grooving and
yeah,
hitting pocket pretty good.
5.
Big
They
time.
nailed that.
big time. Let's see if I can hit the right one. Perhaps.
what?
I think I got it. What did you think of
Hi.
that, Joshua?
I thought it was pretty awesome. Yeah, it
Hell
was,
yeah.
yeah, it was grooving. It was rolling. It was nice.
Yeah, it made you move.
Yes.
Did.
What would you rate it?
I'd give it a 5, man.
There you go.
That's a
3
great
5s,
album,
damn.
too.
I mean, 5s all the way around. Just
Yeah.
saying. So
It's
good
high
stuff.
five.
What about you, Jared? What do you think?
I would
Yeah,
give it a
Jared.
5.
Give it a 5.
I would.
5.
And those that know that watch the show regularly, I don't give those out
You don't
very
give them
very
out.
easily. So that was good.
It reminds me of that group Brass Against or whatever. Is that what they're called? They do Rage Against the Machine covers, but like with brass instruments.
Who are you
and
talking
stuff.
about?
Brass Against, maybe?
That sounds familiar.
Or
I don't know if I've
hold on,
seen-
maybe I'm
Maybe Brass
I'm-
Against the Machine.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, they do Rage Against the Machine covers, but anyway, moving on.
Interesting.
It's super cool.
No, that's
That's what it reminded
so
me
that's
of.
that's a great example of what DJP was saying about the not the one that we just saw, but the previous video. Like you're missing out on some of the vibe of being there.
Yeah.
That one, it was like I know I'm missing something, but this is still awesome.
Yeah.
Like it would have been even better to be there, but you still got the
Yeah,
good
you
vibes
feel their
of it.
energy.
Exactly.
You know.
It translates. Over here in the comments, it says, let's see, here we go. 5
Fives,
cups. 5
fives,
cups.
oh, yeah.
5 cups. Barb says, I'd love to be grooving on the dance floor in the front front of
I
the
agree,
stage.
Barb.
Exactly.
I agree.
Yep.
I
There's,
agree, Barb.
yeah.
Everybody's agreeing. Good stuff, man. I love it.
They
I
got a
love
bunch of cups.
it. Right. Yes.
Cup master.
Oh.
Is this
Should we just do it anyway?
Yeah.
this
Go
me?
for it, DJ.
okay? Stop.
Hammer time. I just have to say.
I think I.
that
No,
was-
I think I hit
It
that.
looked like I stopped
I-
on Prince. Now come on.
I know.
Oh, Prince.
This is Joshua. What are you doing to us over here, man? Come on.
It was like that whammy show.
It is.
No, wait a
It is-
minute. No, let me
Remember that?
stop.
Yeah,
That's actually the music that it's
actual
from.
music
You remember
from.
how
I mean,
you remember why they stopped that show?
I may or may
Because
not.
some
have-
guy figured out the board.
He
Yeah, oh, yeah.
videotaped it.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
videotaped it and then went back and slowed the tape down and
Yes.
knew exactly
Yeah, he had it
where
memorized.
to
The pad.
hit it.
There-
Almost winning.
I watched that
Yeah,
whole.
he
There's
had
like a whole
24,
documentary.
Yeah.
30 spins in a
So
row. that
great.
he-
Yeah, there's like a whole documentary. I think you can check it
Yeah.
out on YouTube.
Yeah,
And there's like 7 or 8 different patterns, and he memorized those, so he would see that and instantly know where to.
Yeah.
And it was nuts. It was nuts.
went on the show and just killed.
Just
Slaughtered
killed
him.
it. Yeah.
Slaughtered him.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's like they want you to,
It's like counting cards, but different.
yeah. Well, it is counting cards. It's just not kings and jacks. It's spots on the board.
Yeah.
All right. So
All right, let's look
Intergalactic.
at the-
They better
Dude, this
bring
is-
it on.
Who's
this.
that by?
They better bring it.
Want me to back it up?
Oh,
Sure.
I was like the Beast.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Why are you doing that?
You went one too
Stop.
many.
There we go.
You went one too many.
Okay.
Intergalactic by Undercurrent
Beastie Boys.
MPLS.
Oh,
Okay, sure.
Obviously
Originally,
specific.
obviously done by the Beastie Boys. This video was uploaded December of 2014, so it is a little bit older. It has 2.7 thousand views and 1.6 thousand subscribers. So almost a 50-50 shot of views versus subscribers. So this could be interesting. Let's go ahead. Check it out.
okay. So they're using like the real sample or something.
I mean, you're not a Beastie Boys cover band without the jumpsuits,
And they're
right?
a bowling alley.
Yeah,
Dude, check
right.
it out.
Yeah,
Our
dude.
first bowling
All
alley
right,
cover
all
band.
right.
Yeah,
All right.
that
Oh,
legit
see,
used
now
to be a
that's
thing.
fun.
though.
see,
Yeah,
they
it's
get
not
They
bad.
hit them drums. Woo! It's all about the drums.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Hard to hear.
Yeah, that organ
Yeah.
is awful, and it's really loud in the mix.
But like their energy though.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's Halloween or something.
Man, I wish the mix was better.
so you don't hear the intergalactic call.
Right.
Yeah. With an airbrush tab and everything, dude. The drummer's on point.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah.
They're not bad either.
I mean, they're for what it is.
I like the little guy.
Like,
Yeah, the little guy does remind me of the one
Yes.
in the scene, you know.
Yeah.
The dress up. Yeah, you know what? I have to give them a 5.
dude, me too.
I mean, they executed that well.
They really
Yeah.
did.
That's a hard one too.
And the thing, and I feel sorry for them too. One, not that they were in a bowling alley, but there was hardly anybody there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know
No
if
one was supporting that for some reason.
Right. Do you remember that being a thing? Like I remember bands playing like at roller skating rinks and bowling alleys, and it was more than just at bars.
Andy B's.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They have. I think members only played at Andy B's.
I know that the mixtapes have.
Yeah, mixtapes.
Yep.
But what's the other band that?
Probably members.
Yeah.
Yeah. Members only.
But members only had another band that they started. It was more 90s. I can't remember the name of it. I don't know if they're still doing it or not. But they.
Oh, you're talking about the Rosie Hips?
I don't remember. I forgot the name of it.
Machine Gun Symphony, maybe?
No.
No.
But anyway, whatever it was, they
Yeah.
played at Andy B's because I actually DJ'd with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
And that was a lot of fun.
Nice.
They had a stage.
Yeah, some of the former members of members only split off and started the Rosie Hips. So
Okay.
if it
Might
was
have
that,
been
then that would make sense. Let's see here. McKenna says, love the energy. And Cindy says 4. Al Intergalactic Planetary rocking the riff with DJ Danny.
Yeah.
Barb says, good stuff in spite of the amateur video. Yeah, and that's the thing. I wish it was newer. There would be better quality video and audio. The mix was kind of but the band was on point.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
great. It was fantastic. Kimberly says Plush.
Lush.
Oh, is that who it was? Is that who played
I don't know.
interesting. I don't know. Well, I
Maybe
tell you
she
what,
just thinks the mix was plush.
maybe.
Nice and
Plush.
You know what
fluffy.
else?
That's a hell
You
of
know
a
what else?
question.
This is so perfect. I love this so much right now. You know what else is plush?
Oh no, don't.
Joshua,
What?
tell us about that purple pillow from 75.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I want to hear that. Just have
Okay.
the Prince-
What are we about to?
What's
I don't know. This is
75?
gonna be
Okay,
great.
so this week, Jared's been in contact with my mom. And he's been getting dirt on me. When I was a child, I was afraid of a purple pillow.
Oddly specific.
When I was a
and
child, I was afraid of the My
Okay,
Pillow guy.
no, we're talking like 1 year old type of thing.
Okay,
I
right.
didn't realize my mom took like this pillowcase off and the pillow underneath was purple.
Okay.
And it's called non-permanence in psychological terms. So,
So this is where it all began for you.
well, yeah. So I don't like, I mean,
You know, Prince wrote a song about this. You knew
purple
that, right?
pillows?
I've heard it.
I'm sure he did.
Purple
Anyway,
pillow.
I never meant to scare the living shit out of you.
That's right.
That's
So
right.
she freaked me out because I wasn't expecting a purple pillow inside like a white pillowcase, and I just don't. Thanks, Mom.
So, okay,
You're
so wait,
embarrassing me.
it was what you thought was a white pillow. She peels it
Right.
back, and it's like
It's
this
a
bright
purple
purple.
pillow,
And you're like,
yeah.
whoa!
Yeah,
Don't feel bad. There's people that are afraid of peaches.
right. Well,
know?
my mom probably didn't tell you the stuff she did to me, like when I was walking through a store as 2 or 3 years old, and she put on like a scary mask because around Halloween. She goes, "Hey, Josh," and I turn around, and it's not my mom, but some monster, and she freaked me out. She probably didn't tell you that
No,
stuff.
she didn't, but I'm glad that you did.
Yes. So, Mom.
Well, I tell you
Thanks,
what.
Mom.
Yeah.
With that being said, we're gonna jump to another commercial break, come back, and we're gonna get to know some of our guests. So do stick around. We got more fun here for you.
I have just one question. Have you thought about being a guest on the show? We are currently seeking music lovers of all kinds to join in on our fun. If you're interested in being a guest, or if you just have questions, comments, or suggestions, you can message us on Facebook or email us at theaudioroastpodcast@gmail.com. You can also submit any topics you'd like to hear discussed.
All right. So here in just a minute, we're going to get to know Savvy J. But before we do, because I think they're doing the old pee in a puff, I'm going to jump over here to the comments and catch up with some of what you guys have going on. Lisa says, apparently he couldn't keep pants on either. Yes, that's what I hear. Talking about old Joshua. Ryan says, you sure it wasn't pillow pants? I mean, anything's possible. Oh my goodness. Barb, you just got the comments of the day so far. Joshua's not in the room, so I'll be sure to reread this, but that's fantastic. And it's okay, Joshua. I'm afraid of the Flexi Seal guy. Dude, who is not? That guy is over the top nuts. Oh my God, Flexi Seal, you gotta have it. What? All right, so just me in here, just chilling with y'all. So let me go ahead and take this time while I've got some folks here watching. If you missed the first few minutes of the show, we were going to be doing a live show downstairs at the Riff next week. That has been ex-nayed. I want more time to plan it and do it right. Do it up big, do it up special. But next weekend obviously is a Super Bowl. So I need to know, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to skip next week altogether and just watch the game, have fun, relax? Would you like us to do a special early start time? Perhaps a Saturday show? I want this to be you and me. This is an us thing. This is not a me making you watch stuff thing. So I want your input on what you would like us to do next week. So I'll give you three options. We can do same bat time, same bat channel, nothing at all, or Saturday, or a fourth option. Maybe a new time, maybe a special early start time on Sunday or something. I just don't want to interfere. I'm sure as hell not going to be stupid enough to try to compete with the NFL and Super Bowl and have nobody here with us. So and plus I'm not opposed to watching the game myself. So yeah. Lisa says you could join Brian and I in Vegas. Well, that sounds freaking awesome, but I'm gonna have to pass on that one. Al says, just drop some shorts through the week and trade. Not a bad idea. Thank you for the postponement. Absolutely. I want it to be a big deal. I've got a lot of creative ideas, things that are way out of the box for what we're doing. Like literally all new games. I don't want to be doing the same stuff and just with people in front of us. I want it to be interactive in person. So bringing people up on stage, having you guys participate in some of the games, that kind of stuff. It'll be a good time. So again, I just need to know what you want to do next Sunday, because we'll make it happen.
Yeah, and we want to make sure it sounds really good at the shows. And there's a lot of technical stuff putting on a live show.
Yeah, without a doubt. And again, without giving too much away, especially with some of the things that Joshua and I have discussed on what we kind of want to do to bring to you guys, to make it something special and something different from what we're doing here every week. So
Right.
I got to say, it's really weird looking over here at Joshua, and he's got like a whole crowd behind him.
I do.
You got a fan club.
I do. My era of rap was mostly Run DMC. And
Nice.
those-
Well, I know that you and one of our other guests have a lot in common on that then. I did wonder how knowledgeable you were about rap, since this whole show was your idea.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
See, no, the rap that I listen to is I like Eminem. I like thought-provoking rap. I like Eminem because he's very tongue-in-cheek and he puts forth some really interesting ideas. And I also listen to PM Dawn. That was
Okay.
I don't know if you know PM Dawn. I'm sure that D.J.P knows PM Dawn. You know PM Dawn, right?
Oh.
And that Bliss album was amazing. Some of the lyrics on that.
You know what's crazy about PM Dawn? Are we live still?
Yeah, we're live. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm late.
I just
No,
got here.
you're totally
Yeah.
fine.
Cool kids are late.
I've been sitting here
I
bullshitting.
met the lead singer of PM Dawn.
Prince B.
He passed away.
Yeah.
His wife was on tour with Dougie Fresh,
Okay.
and I met her doing some shows. Really nice lady, but we talked a lot about him
Uh-huh.
and in the group and everything.
I love that group, man.
PM Dawn was great. Yeah, Set Adrift.
Uh-huh.
They used that old Eric B beat, the beat that was used.
Right.
Well, I may be going over everybody's head now, but the drum break on that, the drums
Mhm.
were originally from a group called the Soul Searchers, and the song's called Ashley's Roach Clip. But that drum break in that it's a funk and soul record from the 70s.
Right.
But that drum break, they jacked that drum break drum break back in the day to
Mhm.
to make the song "Paid in Full" by Eric B and Rakim, if you know that.
Yeah.
And then later on, it was used by Milli Vanilli. So the
Yes.
girl, you know it's true.
Girl, you know it's
That
girl,
beat.
you know it's girl, you girl, you girl.
Yeah. But that
You know,
drum-
I had an ex-girlfriend who saw Milli Vanilli, and
Did she get a refund?
well,
Yeah,
what
really
happened
fun.
is it was in Little Rock, and like as the one of their songs in the middle of it, you hear like this big and then starting over.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they had track issues that night. It's like, well, we think they're probably
sign-
lip
A sign of
syncing.
things yet to come.
Yes, this was prior to the whole blow up of them not actually recording their tracks.
Right. I want to jump back over here to the comments real quick because I was asking about what people want us to do for next week since, it's a Super Bowl. Let me keep going up. By the way, when you're gone, you missed some great comments.
Did I?
some of
Were
the
they
best.
talking
What
about?
Barb Hensick with the comment of the day so far. Pod Boys Purple Pillow People Eater.
Oh my gosh, Mom!
Ryan Meyer says, "Are you sure it wasn't Pillow Pants?" It's okay, Joshua. I'm afraid of the Flexi Seal guy.
The flex.
I'm like, who's not?
Flex Seal. Yeah,
That's
funny.
that guy that slaps the tape
Yeah,
on the.
dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Flex
I
Seal
didn't
won't
talk like
fix
this.
that.
You just have to order now. Yeah, he's way over the top. Kind of like some Daniel Fritz guy that we know.
What's up, Daniel Fritz?
I was like 1 year old. Come on, people, cut me a break.
There you go. Tammy says we're not into the Super Bowl, so we're good with anything. But no show. Okay. Cindy says you take a day off, go have fun. Well, I have fun doing what we're doing. So
Can we just have an episode just talking crap on Tom Brady the whole time?
absolutely. I'll just hit record and sit back because I don't know shit about football. Barb says early start on Super Bowl Sunday. All right. Just kind of scanning the crowd here. Sub out Joshua's mom and take a day off. Dude, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. All right. Is it Marsha or Martha?
Marsha.
Marsha, if you're watching, you just got hired. No,
We'll have to give her
you
a
don't.
call.
You don't need a forward a resume or anything. Julie says, "Do a show. You pick the time and let me know." All right. Jody says, "Mystical." I mean, great artist, but I'm not sure.
Shake your ass.
Watch yourself. Play a rerun. Really? I might do that. I might actually do a very, very early because I know we've had some people that have joined us along the journey, but you maybe haven't gone back and seen like episode 2 or 3 or 1 or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So good idea, Brian.
Hey, you can play the first one that got shut down.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I was going to put that on Patreon, but maybe I'll just go ahead and air that. That might be what I do.
Yeah.
And just so you know, I'll air it and I'll be sitting right here with the comments, so we'll interact still. You may not see me, but you'll hear me.
We could do
Something
a very
like that.
special episode like they did in the 80s where we addressed a real heavy social issue.
Oh, God. on
Jared
Super
gets
Bowl- on
locked in
Super
the
Bowl Sunday?
refrigerator like Punky Brewster.
Right. All right, let's get back to the old task at hand here.
right.
We've got Savvy J with us. Let's go ahead and I'll let Joshua do his little magic here. There we go. Boom. Well, looky there. Are you ready for your close-up, sir?
Yeah.
All right. So I've got some questions here for you.
Sure.
And they're going to
Let's
be
do it.
record-breaking, groundbreaking, however you want to call it. For those that are regular listeners and watchers, viewers, I guess is the best way to say that of the show, you know that I'm going to start with Savvy J. What is your favorite flavor of Pop-Tart?
Oh, dude. I would say definitely strawberry.
My man.
My man.
My man. I'll hold my tongue for now until we hear from D.J.P. on what his favorite is. But I'm glad to hear you're on the right side of the argument.
That's accurate.
And I'll finish my thoughts.
Team strawberry.
There you go.
Butter or no butter?
Oh yeah, thanks for the follow-up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you put butter on your Pop-Tarts or no?
I've never heard of that.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're still on the same page. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
butter on the
Oh,
pot.
yeah.
That thing's already like loaded with shit. So
Exactly. Why?
Yeah,
Why
why would-
clog your arteries any more than they need to be? No, we had a guest on and he said that, and I was like, "Are you freaking kidding?" And it was
butter
like
on the pop
in the comments, "Drrrr," like, "Yeah, butter. What are you talking about? You
it's a
haven't heard of
thing,
butter?"
it
I'm like,
really
"Are you
is.
guys crazy?"
Interesting.
See, there we
I
go.
might have to try that now.
Right
Now I'm
there.
a little curious.
Right there in the comments, butter or no butter. The people know. The people know. There's something to this. I have not tried
Interesting.
it yet, and I'm still working up the courage to try it. But moving right along. So Again, I kind of addressed this earlier. Savvy J, you were on the Unsung Dreamers a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And you had a really good interview on there, by the way. I want to say
Thanks,
good job
man.
to you as well.
I appreciate that.
One thing I didn't get to hear is, for those of you, let me fill in. If you don't know, before Savvy J got into hip hop, you were in a punk band.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So did you sing or did you play an instrument or both?
So I sang and I played guitar, and my best friend played bass and sang. We were kind of like a 3-piece Green Day, Blink-182, kind of like pop punk, mid to late 90s kind of style. That's what we did for a long time. It was a lot of fun, man. I kind of miss it.
Nice. And so you played what instrument then?
Just the guitar.
Guitar. Nice.
I attempted to. Let's just put it that way.
Well, you don't have to
all
play
day.
guitar well to be in a punk band.
That's exactly right.
Hit some bar chords or something like
Yep.
that. Is there any instruments besides guitar that you play?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of a jack of all trades kind of guy. I don't really play anything particularly like really well, but I can dabble in all sorts of stuff. So when I start writing my own music, I pretty much do everything myself, which is, a savior. It's a blessing and a curse at the same time, so to speak.
Yep.
So yeah, I play all sorts of stuff because my dad he plays all sorts of instruments. He owned his own recording studio and all sorts of stuff. So I was blessed enough to be brought up around that kind of environment. So that's where I get it from.
Yeah. And again, I just kind of want to bring people up to speed if they haven't watched or listened rather to your Unsung Dreamers podcast.
Yeah,
which they should. But for those who haven't yet, to catch everybody up, your dad was associated with a theater in Branson. You want to fill people in on that?
Yeah, he was the main production manager when we moved here from California to. He was there for the Palace, and then he toured, and also was the sound engineer and main production manager for Andy Williams' Moon River Theater when Andy was still alive.
Right.
Yeah.
Very cool. So it is one of those things you've been surrounded by music your whole life.
Yeah.
And I get that.
It's a blessing and a curse too. You know how it is.
Right. Yeah.
The life
for sure,
of production.
For sure. So on the instruments, is there any instrument that you don't play but you kind of wish that you could?
Piano.
Really?
Yeah, dude. Absolutely.
That's interesting.
It's a gorgeous instrument. It invokes all the emotions. You can get swingy with it. You can get punctual with it. You can.
Right.
It elicits so many different types of emotion, and it's so versatile in all genres of music that I think it's kind of a shame that I don't. And I got big long ass fingers and shit. So
you'd be good at hitting some of those chords and stuff. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this: do you remember what your first album was that you bought?
That I bought?
Yep, with your own money.
I think it was actually the Eminem's Encore album,
really?
If I remember right. Yeah.
Really?
That, or I think it was like Blink-182's Enema of the State. Yeah, Enema of the State. Super. Yeah, dude, I love me some Blink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was either one of those two.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, I know, Joshua, this is not about me, but this is my one time.
But you'll make
I only
it about
get one
you.
shot.
That's right.
Not miss your chance. Okay. So whenever I ask this, in the back of my head, I'm always thinking of what my first album was that I bought.
Mhm.
But before I get to that, the first album I asked for, like for a birthday, was Coolio's Gangsta's Paradise.
Oh,
so the
dude,
fact
that's
that we're
cool.
doing rap today, I'm like, yeah, you get to see
That's
something
cool.
on me that you don't know.
Yeah.
The first one I bought on my
Coolio.
own was Tupac's greatest. I think it was the greatest hits.
Greatest
Basically,
Hits?
it was the 2-disc. It had
I think
a lot
I
of good
had
stuff
that
on there.
I
Yeah,
probably have that somewhere.
I think if you went through the 90s at all, you or a friend had that album.
Yeah.
So obviously you do originals and stuff. What about like in your punk days? Did you only do covers and stuff? Did you write music? How did that work for you?
I think in today's day and age, a lot of any band, I mean, they predominantly do originals, at least if they're like in the younger kind of crowd, which I think is a shame. But we did a lot of originals, but we did a few covers every now and then, mainly Blink-182, because that's who we like.
That's who your influence.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just pretty straightforward with that. Yeah, I'm trying to think. No, that's pretty much it. Just Blink covers, man. Pretty basic, but it was a lot of fun.
But that's good stuff.
Yeah.
They had really good.
Yeah,
good
it was
stuff.
a lot of fun.
Yeah. Amy says, Sandor AVL Systems is Savvy J's dad's company. That's correct.
That's true. Yeah,
we were talking about that. So, yeah. In fact, your guys' company is who installed the sound at the riff.
Yeah, that's right.
So there you go.
So now you know.
Now you know
guys
they're
know
good
where
stuff.
to get your stuff.
That's right, because it sounds amazing. Abigail says, I wouldn't try an unfrosted Pop-Tart. That's crossing the line. Strongly agree. So, Savvy, when you were on Unsung Dreamers, that was like 2 or 3 years ago, 2 years, I guess. And you had mentioned that you hadn't performed live yet. Have you yet?
No, I've been like really looking forward to it. Trying to get, but if you listen to that podcast, you know, I've got a lot of health stuff that I'm kind of battling, going through, you know, for a lot of people that don't know, I'm a cancer patient. So that holds a lot of weight in my life and what I do. So basically writing music has always been a big part of my life, but mainly it was just a diary, you know, just to get out a bunch of emotions and kind of delve into my thoughts and kind of compartmentalize them. So no, I haven't really gotten a chance to really do it live, but I would really love to. It's mainly just around getting around to it, and then, you know, the world shut down with COVID and all sorts of stuff. So
it's been hell to try to navigate through all this. I understand.
Yeah.
But I do want to kind of go there and talk about that. So you were diagnosed with stage 4. Was it what kind of cancer?
It was appendix cancer.
Appendix cancer.
It showed up as like appendicitis. My appendix ruptured. They went to operate on it, but they couldn't. And then, you know, long story short, it turned out to be like a really, really rare adenocarcinoma. I mean, and so ever since then, 2018, I've gone through several surgeries, chemotherapy every 2 weeks for 48 hours at a time. Just lately, I've actually started a immunotherapy that's working. So that's why I got my hair and I finally look healthy again. But yeah, so that's kind of what inspired me to get back into music more heavily. And yeah, it's basically been a really big blessing and a huge curse at the same rate. It's a very
that was a big takeaway that I took from your interview.
Yeah.
And I for some reason, because I've not had cancer, thankfully. But
I'm glad.
Your story, and this is what Dan and Tara were trying to convey to you. Your story is so relatable to anybody because it's a story of passion. It's a story of perseverance. And like you're saying, there's that balance of it kind of pushed you to understand and to appreciate the things that you have now.
Yeah.
But it's almost like, I get both sides of the struggle.
Yeah.
You know, without even having lived it. So, and the time that you've had between your interview with Unsung Dreamers and now, everything's still good. Everything's clear.
Yeah. I mean, it was stage 4 and it is still stage 4, but it's so rare they didn't have a standard treatment. So of course I went to Google and tried to be like, oh, you know, like how long am I going to live kind of thing. And they're like, oh, you know, it's like a 98% mortality rate, like in the first 18 months.
Wow.
And here I am 3.5 years later. So it's just, dude, I mean, it's just a fucking number, man. You just don't, you know, you are you, and it is what it is. And it's just like my lifestyle now. And I just accept it and just count my blessings, you know.
That's a card in your deck, if you will. And you just have to deal with it as is. And it sounds like you've done an awesome job doing that.
Thank you.
And I know around that time that you found your diagnosis is kind of when you went from doing the punk band stuff and kind of pivoted, if you will. Into hip-hop.
I mean, I kind of reclused a little bit because I was going through some stuff and I kind of gave up on, I wouldn't say give up, but I put like all the band stuff on the back burner because it was like dealing with a lot of other people and emotion. And at that point I was like, dude, I got my own stuff I got to work out. And I've been wanting to do hip hop before I even got into punk.
Okay.
But
you're going where I'm headed.
Yeah. So like before that, I was like, I wanted to rap. I really was like obsessed with it. But, you know, the only rapper besides like the Beastie Boys and like Eminem, you know, were kind of just people that weren't really catching a lot of traction. So I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. You know, it's kind of weird. So I went punk anyway, but then it came full circle. Like I finally had some very valuable things to say, you know, in my perspective. And that's what kind of kicked that project off. And I've been doing it ever since.
So, and maybe this won't be easy to put into words, but why hip hop as a genre or as an outlet to convey your feelings and to kind of let some of that breathe and let some of that out? Why hip hop? Why not like, I mean, we were kind of joking before, but why not country or some other genre that's storytelling and that kind of thing?
Hip hop has like a very raw reality to it that no other genre has. It's not as allegorical. It's not as metaphorical. It's not expressing stuff through instruments as, I mean, it is, don't get me wrong, but I mean, it is like, I'm going to lay it on the table and you can take it for what it is. And this is how I feel about it. And people relate to that poetry emotionally and spiritually, I think, to a level that don't get me wrong, you can do that with a lot of types of music, but with this kind of music, specifically hip hop or rap or that stuff, it just resonates with people a lot in a deeper sense, I feel. Because what you're speaking about is just, there is no metaphor to it. It's literally just explaining it for what it is.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly. You also mentioned something that really kind of clicked with me and resonated in a way that I was like, wow, you know what? I've never actually stopped and thought of it from this perspective. And that is, and I don't know if you drew a clear line on this, so I want to do that now. you were discussing about bands versus as a solo hip hop artist.
Yeah.
In a band, it's like, okay, I kind of want to write about this, and he's like, oh well, what about if we? And hip hop, it's like this is all me.
Yeah.
You want to know my story and my vision? This is it, 100%. So if that's kind of the reason also that you went towards hip hop, I totally understand, and I wouldn't have got that without listening to that interview. So that's a really refreshing perspective because I wouldn't have put two and two together.
Yeah, that's what it was for me for sure.
Let's see here. I want to ask you to describe yourself, Savvy J, in 3 musicians. So if you had to pick 3 musicians and they're like, okay, 1, 2, and 3, now I kind of get an idea of who Savvy J is.
Okay. I mean, I definitely, as any white dude rapping, you have to kind of relate to Slim Shady or Eminem. I mean, he's originally from Missouri, Midwestern, kind of tongue-in-cheek, just kind of smart-assy, talks about some dark stuff. He didn't try to be too gangster hip-hop. He was just telling his story, so I relate a lot to that. As personally, like me, like where I draw a lot of influences, like a lot of Ice Cube. I just love how chill and just hardcore he is about shit. Like he's very, very like upfront and blunt, but he's also got a very chill overtone.
A very educated overtone too. He's pretty woke, if you will.
Yeah,
right. Yep.
And then I like a lot of. I mean, there's some modern hip hop too that I'm into, like Joyner Lucas and like Logic and stuff like that. You know.
Yep.
It's a lot of stuff, but if I could put it into probably 3, it'd be like those guys.
I'd say that's a great mix. A great mix of influences for sure. I want to go over here to the comments here real quick. And Barb says prayers for healing.
Thanks.
Brian
Thanks,
says he'll keep you in them. And Barb also says fantastic attitude. Love your resilience. 100%. And that's really the biggest thing that and that's what I'm saying. It's so relatable. Like people can get behind you and be like, dude, that's awesome. And feel the need to kind of get behind yourself, you know, as I mean,
if you don't have positivity, like in your life in general, or especially in like heavy situations like this, dude, you're going to keel over, you know, you're going to get steamrolled by life in general. So it's just, it's a positive frame of mind to adopt, just habitually speaking, you know?
Right. Joshua, I know it's not all about me, but I'm also in I'm a metalhead. So I'm in an original metal cover. Not cover. We don't do cover. I mean, whatever. Anyway, I'm in Death May Die, and
dude, that's you.
That's me,
dude. That's you.
That's me,
dude.
So
I know you, but I don't know you. But now
I know. So I
he
know.
looks different without the makeup, right?
Exactly,
dude. That's super cool.
So the fact that you were talking about Steven earlier, I was like, I'm just gonna shut up because I think that you know me, but you don't know that you know me.
Yeah, that's exactly that was like a little light bulb's like bing.
Yep. So that's me.
Dude,
so
hell yeah.
Point being, we like to write original songs, obviously, but we like to do songs that are thought-provoking, storytelling, very enriched in history and stuff.
Yeah.
But we really enjoy playing with people that have a story and have a message. We're not afraid to play with bands that are different from us.
Yeah. No, you guys are freaking awesome.
Well, thanks.
Like, musicianship wise, like I'm not a big metal fan just because like a lot of the vocals kind of turn me off.
Yep.
But like as far as like, because you guys have like that, like kind of, what is it, like that Iron Maiden kind of vibe. Yep. You know, dude, that shit is like on point, dude.
Well, thanks, man.
I gotta give
but
you
at the same time, I do
that.
understand because some people are like it always sits like right up here. Like, can we ever, you know? So I get that. I do get that. My point being, if you ever want to play a show, please do hit us up because that I would be, I mean, honored is an understatement to share the stage with you and help tell your story.
Man, that'd be awesome.
In a live environment.
Yeah. Basically, I just need invites. I don't know anything.
Well, you got one.
Despite like the production association of my life, I don't know how to get into shows. So,
well,
you know, I'm so busy all the time. But yeah,
understandable.
Shoot me an invite, dude.
Yeah, done deal. It's a done deal. And finally, I want to ask you this before we move on and start playing some more fun and games. Savvy J, what would you be if you would have followed your childhood dream?
A car designer for Porsche.
Dang.
I know that sounds really weird, but I love art. I'm a tattoo artist by trade. That's what I do like as I get my day job. And I got in art as a kid and I used to draw cars all the time. That's what I wanted to do.
Okay, so you're talking concept cars and stuff.
Yeah, like, concept cars.
You're
for
not talking
sure.
like artwork on cars. You're
actually like designing the concept cars,
awesome.
You know, and apparently calculus and all that stuff is still a part of car design. So I was like, nope.
Oh, really? No kidding.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty in depth. So my brain is not programmed for that kind of stuff. So
wow, that's I never knew that.
Music and tattooing it is.
Well, and you are a very awesome artist. I actually went on your Facebook page and saw some of your and by artist I mean drawn art.
Oh, well, thank you, man.
Awesome
I appreciate
stuff.
that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you do tattooing and stuff on the side too as well?
Yeah, you bet.
Is there anything you don't do, Savvy J?
There's a lot of things I don't do that
Well,
I
I
shouldn't do.
Where do you do your tattooing at?
Springfield Inc.
Springfield
Down off West Republic Road and South Scenic, South Side.
Okay.
Yeah.
West Republic or in Scenic. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Very cool, man. Very cool.
Yeah, thank you.
I say let's play some more games, man. Good stuff.
Games. All these games, man.
Oh, I do this every
Dude,
time.
yeah, we forgot.
Wait, who the hell's that?
I do this every time.
There we go.
Here's Savvy J with How I Really
Are
Feel.
they making a game?
Nice.
Am I a joke to you? No, I'm just kidding.
It looks sharp. Who did your video?
A dude named Cherokee Turner.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's really good.
Do tell us a little bit about this as it's happening, by the way.
So this is the first hip hop song I ever wrote.
All together, I've been
And it was
diagnosed
about,
with
like,
cancer, lost my sister and my mother as
yeah,
of
you just
late.
gotta listen,
I've been
dude.
praying for
Nothing
a
to say
clean
about it.
slate just to mitigate between the people that think that they relate. Truth is, it's useless, abusive. How I get through this
I
depends
got
on
diagnosed
how
with
my
cancer,
mood is, how I
lost
do
my
this,
biological
how
mom
I
to
ever
drugs
do
right
this.
before this,
Will
and then I lost my
pass as
sister
a
to
young
suicide,
man,
like,
filled
all
with
in 3
questions,
months.
empty hearted, clueless.
And this was the
I'm
song
not the
about it.
best man, never had the best
And this is what
plans.
kicked
Or
off
found
my
the time to say enough precious amens, making amends.
Take
Soul
Rock
searching,
Right
lurking,
at the
trying to find answers to my
Looks really well
questions.
done.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, dude, this Cherokee Turner, got to give him a shout out. Really good guy, great production. I hope he's probably not watching, but he will. I'll make him watch.
There you go.
He's super dope.
Good work.
I just gotta dig deep inside and find the inspiration, feel that motivation, find
Yeah.
the determination, stop sitting on the sidelines, contemplating.
This was like my motivational song. Like I was having a real bad day, about to crumble underneath the weight, and I was like,
I can hear that in your voice in the track.
yeah. And this was like,
that, just about ready to crack and just,
Yeah.
cry and just let it all out.
yeah, that's what it was, and I laid it down, man.
I get goosebumps when I hear this, man.
Thanks. Dude.
We talked whenever I asked you to be on the show, and I said there's a line in there about counting the gray hairs.
Yeah. I just pray to
I
God
mean-
from the depths of my soul that I could count the gray hairs and count on getting old.
Good
Yeah,
Lord,
dude.
man.
It's dope.
That's some
Thanks, man.
really good lyrics.
I try, man. That's the most important part about hip hop is the lyrical
It
content,
really
in my
is, yeah,
opinion.
yeah. Do you find yourself to be a wordsmith, if you will? Like, do you?
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, let's not use this word. Let's use this.
Yeah,
'cause
oh,
it,
yeah.
it conveys that emotion.
like it takes me probably like a few days or like a month to write a beat, but it'll take me like 6 months,
Right.
to write a song.
totally.
Because I'm that
relatable.
picky, and it's just for me. You know,
Yep.
it's not necessarily for the listener. It's like, oh, that is not good enough, or that's not particular enough, or that's not conveying
Right. It's not
exactly what I
descriptive enough
needed
to
to.
my thought.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally makes sense.
Um,
Totally makes sense. Let's go ahead and play a game, man.
All right,
What we got?
lighten up the mood with the game.
We're gonna play a little game.
Oh, man.
damn, coming at you. Know it all? I do not know.
Okay.
D.J.P is gonna get me on this one again.
He might.
I don't know it all.
Dude, he's super educated, man. He's OG about this. I can already tell.
Okay, well,
Oh,
here's
no.
the deal, fellas. So up to this point, all the games and the answers have been related to rap from the late 90s, but this one is just for funsies.
okay.
It may or may not be rap related. Joshua, why don't you go ahead and explain how the game
Okay.
works?
You guys got about 10 minutes for me to explain all this. So each round, you will pick a category.
Okay.
You will take turns naming something in that category. Play passes back and forth for 30 seconds until time runs out. If you can't think of anything, you can bluff. However, at any time, your opponent can challenge your answers by ringing the bell.
There's a bell in front of you, by the way.
Bing, bing, bing.
That's
If
what
they
that is. We were
think
playing that earlier.
if they think you're bluffing or have repeated an answer. If the challenge is won, the challenger wins that round. Otherwise, the player challenged wins that round.
Okay.
If
I think I get it.
okay,
Yeah, this is a little overwhelming. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
For me.
Come on, one thing
What are
at
you
a time.
doing to us, Joshua? I tell you what.
I did not make the rules. So if the time runs out on
Neither
you,
did
you
I.
automatically lose the round.
Okay.
All right, so we're just gonna jump in. The hell with all the rules.
Let's do it.
We'll learn as we go, fellas.
Here's the categories:
Here's the categories.
cocktails,
Oh, I love getting me some drink. on.
instruments, car models, not Tawny Contain from White Snakes. in the
Oh,
Still of
not
the
those
Night.
kind of car
Not
models.
those type of car models, but like
Oh.
like Porsche. Oh,
Oh,
Savvy
you
ought to
see what
know
happened
this
Not
one.
car
there?
models,
Oh my
but
God.
car models, you perverts. Damn. That's right.
Well, I'll lose that one then.
Yeah.
but at least you don't need calculus for this game.
No, this
so.
is like
Octopus.
Impalas and that kind of stuff. All right, and what else we got?
Basketball teams.
Oh, I'm gonna suck at that.
Things found in a kitchen. For a second, I thought it said chicken. things found in
Well, this looks like
Inside of a
chicken
chicken.
wire.
We're talking gizzards, and
Gizzards, you got a
guts,
neck
and
in
all
there.
sorts of
Gizzards
things.
and livers and stuff.
and stuff.
And dog
Dog
breed.
Snoop.
We're talking
Dog
Snoop. These my dogs.
Dog breed.
Dog breed.
All right, so here's all of our
Dog.
categories, fellas. Holy cow, who do I have starting this one? Savvy J, you just had a great little interview segment, and we'll let you go ahead and go first. So pick your
Oh.
first one, your first category here.
Definitely car models. Thanks for the
Car models. Okay, so what's going to
Yeah.
happen? You're going to name a car model. It's going to bounce over to D.J.P. car model, back and forth till time runs out.
Okay,
If you
I think I
repeat
got
if you
this.
repeat an answer, or if you're bullshitting, D.J.P. can ring the bell and say you're bullshitting, and we'll go from there.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think I get it.
I think
Okay,
I get
we'll
it.
see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Go ahead. We've got 30 seconds on the clock. Savvy J, car models. When you're ready, go.
Oh, I'm just supposed to
Name
say-
one.
Oh, just eternally, forever.
Name one.
9/11.
DJ.
Uh,
Any car model.
Impala,
There you go.
Escalade.
Nova,
Civic.
Ford.
Car company though. That's a car company though.
I
Do I
know.
hit the bell?
You hit the bell, hit the bell, hit the bell.
Mustang.
Oh, there we go, Mustang.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
Ford Mustang.
Now I get it. We were kind of
There
like
we
flustered.
go.
I was like, I thought
No,
someone was going to come
I
up
know,
on the
right,
screen,
right,
like
no.
we're supposed to guess on
That's
the
what I
screen
said.
what the
We'll
hell
just
that was.
throw it out, and then once we do one round, you'll have it.
This is
So,
yeah. Okay.
all right.
Okay.
I was like, what the hell is that?
All right. Let's go ahead and recolor our gray hairs we
Okay,
just got from
so
all
that
those
ran
directions.
All the stress.
Okay.
Okay, so
Oh, shit.
we'll let Savvy J have a point on that one.
Okay.
And let me
So when do we ring the bell again?
Like if you feel that they're BSing you or they're making something up or repeating an answer.
You mean like if he came up with a car model that didn't exist?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
If I was like the
All right.
purple
Or if you
nurple or
repeat-
something.
yeah.
I get
You'd be like, bing, 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 bing. Just like smashing it. Bing, 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 bing.
All right.
Too.
Hey,
So
there,
we
new
want to try
updates
to throw the
available.
guy
I saw that.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, I thought we were just guessing stuff. So I was like,
Right.
So we
Okay.
want to try to throw the other guy off by making up a bullshit.
Maybe.
Answer.
Maybe.
As long
yeah.
as he doesn't call you out on it.
Yeah.
The
if he
thing
called you
is,
out,
the
he wins.
ultimate thing is you don't want to run out of time. If the timer runs out on your turn, you lose.
Did I lose that last one?
You did.
I said Ford Mustang, but I just separated it.
Yeah.
You know.
There was a long
There was a
pause
little bit of
for,
yeah.
for dramatic purposes
I
only.
said
I
it.
got that.
I meant to
Joshua,
say
who's keeping score over here, didn't get it. So
Okay.
Josh.
Blame it on me.
exactly.
Okay.
All right. So DJP, pick us a
DJP?
category.
Can't not say it that way.
Right? I don't know
So
why.
I'm picking a category.
Yeah.
Maybe something that'll throw him off that you're really knowledgeable about, but maybe
He
he's
did
not.
say he
This
was
is
weak
not
on
mine.
basketball.
No, I
teams.
didn't. Joshua, stay out of this. I see you over
I'm
there.
not into cocktails. I'm not into sports. Dogs are okay. We'll go with
Well, now Savvy knows what he's picking.
go with things found in the
What?
kitchen.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
This will be fun. This will be refreshing. Really quick though, before we do, I want to go over here to the comments, catch up. Kimberly says Savvy J has the most positive attitude about the shit he's had to deal with.
Oh.
Agreed. And Doug Fuller says Tara, hey there, sweet tea. Cool. All
Hello,
right.
Kimberly. Hi, Kimberly.
Yeah, Kimberly.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
What's up,
Just
good
Kimberly?
people.
Here.
All right. So things found in the kitchen. 30 seconds on the clock. DJP, give us one.
Blender,
Knife,
fork,
ladle,
spoons,
frying pan,
cereal box,
Yeah, dude, that's a whisk. I'm supposed to be playing against you. Sorry.
flander,
A what?
flander.
A flander?
Yeah.
The hell is a flan? The hell's a
I
flander?
tried to get him. See,
I literally
tried.
thought you said blender. Again.
I was like,
I'm
you said
I was
blender.
oh,
Yeah,
he
at
said it
first,
again.
I was like,
trying to
there's
throw it.
no way. There's no
It's
way
a
he said blender
flander.
twice.
You know, it's
Okay.
made for
Does this
chopping
mean I have to Google that now?
a flander.
Dude,
Oh,
with our
Oakley,
luck,
Oakley.
it would be like
It's a
literally
flander.
So the
it would be a thing.
He caught me.
I mean,
He
a
got-
flander could be a thing. We could Google
I know,
it. It would
I'm
be
gonna Google
like
it. I'm
today's
gonna
day and
Google
age.
it.
There's like
I
Flander.
mean,
shit
it's
for
all a
everything.
matter of pulling something out of your ass. Really.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, that's
A flander. Yeah, you're right.
Ned Flanders from The Simpsons came from somewhere. It must have been from the kitchen.
Italy. Italy.
Uh,
The devil's lettuce.
Yeah. Speaking of My Band Death May Die, since this is not about me, we've opened for Oakley Dokley before. It was a Ned Flanders inspired band. They all dress up and sing Simpsons songs.
That's actually pretty intense.
Flanders is the Flemish region of Belgium.
Which is not
It
found
is
in
a
the
Dutch-speaking area in the country's north and one of 3 Belgian regions.
That's
So,
crazy. That's where my dad's from, Belgium.
If you have a kitchen in Belgium,
Flanders.
you could have a no. Okay, I'm trying, DJ.
He's a Might as well put a
yes,
train
you
one.
Okay.
Savvy, you said you're from Belgium. Is that right?
No, my dad is.
Your dad
I'm not.
is, gotcha.
I definitely ain't.
So he knows about Flanders.
America all the way.
America. All right.
Okay.
Oh,
America.
no. Hey, sorry, Joshua. I was asleep at the wheel.
That's all
hold
right.
tight one
We'll-
second.
yeah, we'll produce-
And I said hold tight 1 second.
Hold on 1 second. We
And
good?
there we
Okay.
go.
That sound means
There's
we
the
can go
magic
back
sound.
to that.
I don't know why it always goes to that. And here we go.
I don't
So,
know either.
Savvy J, pick us a category, sir.
Oh shoot! It is my turn. Instrument.
Oh, nice.
Definitely not doing
Look at
basketball
us
teams
doing
ever.
Look at us doing a music-based podcast and actually picking instruments. Once we did a episode with 2 guitar players and guitar was up there, so they could have been, Les Paul, Telecaster.
All these
They
different
picked
models.
everything except for that. Like, okay,
It's like on the spot, things change, man.
true.
I can't think where the crap
All
on the
right.
spot.
Well, let's see
sometimes.
how well you do with 30 seconds on the clock for
Wait,
instruments.
what was it? Okay, instruments.
Instruments.
I was
So,
like, uh-oh.
Savvy, kick it
Oh,
off.
no. Mandolin. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Mandolin.
Guitar,
Drums.
ukulele,
Bass. Guitar.
Keyboard,
Flute.
claves,
Oh, dude, that's a good
Dang.
one.
Dig
Clarinet.
flute,
Trumpet.
microphone.
Hey, that can. Oh, wait. Oh, dude. I was like, that kind of can be an instrument, dude. A microphone.
is an instrument, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, you can make.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I got it.
100%.
It's a kick drum.
Microphone is an
Yep.
instrument.
On the microphone, I'm kicking it live on the plane. A D.J.P in the place to be. Springfield's where I grew up and I rock the town. Everybody knows not to have a frown. You gotta be happy when you're on the podcast. Kicking
Dude,
it right
that's-
here. Yeah, we're having a blast. Doing it off the top of my dome. It's D.J.P in the place to be. Can't you see? I haven't done that in years.
Dude, you were like doing that. I can't freestyle with the shit.
I used to be able to kick it. I don't know how I did it. That's the
Dude, you're old school. Yeah, dude, where's the.
You know what? We're not old school. We're classic.
Oh, well, that was a great
Classic.
moment, but I have to
Classic.
ruin it. I'm sorry.
You had to run what?
Damn.
Did he erase my? What did he do?
Telling you what, we need to have a beatbox off.
Oh man,
Dude, that was awesome. Are
Yeah,
you
dude, that's
kidding?
pretty dope.
That was amazing.
hip hop is in my blood, but I have not.
Get these
Done,
in my
I haven't
blood.
done that in a long time.
Dude, that was pretty good.
That was pretty good.
I was
I
feeling
can't.
it.
I
would hate
can't.
to-
I
I
was
can't
feeling it.
freestyle, bro. I'm
No,
too
yeah.
like uptight about it. So
You
like,
can.
unless I
And
like
that's,
get
and that's
real
exactly
drunk.
it. DJP is exactly like you just gotta let it go.
You just gotta let it go.
Let it go.
Go off
Lose
the
yourself
top
in
of the
the
dome.
music, the
Try
moment.
to be real careful about what you say.
Is that a did somebody do the Frozen?
Yeah, Jared did.
What?
The Frozen?
Maybe I
The-
did.
Jared's
I'm
being
saying the
Elsa
Frozen.
over
You
here.
can tell I don't watch Disney with this shit. That Frozen.
Never seen
Yes,
it.
that Frozen movie. It was so good. McKenna says, "Damn,
Damn.
nice, badass." Yes, agreed. Holy cow!
Hey, I went to
Everyone-
Central, guys. I went to Central High School.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, in the 90s. early 90s.
Repping Central.
Repping the North Side.
The North Side.
That's right.
Queen City's North Side.
Yes, sir.
Coming at you. DJP.
All right, we've got 3 categories left. Here we go. There we go. Let's let DJP have a pick
And
here.
DJP
Oh my
won
God.
that last
Was
one.
it
Yes, that's correct.
And also, as a program observer,
Mhm.
DJP repeated an instrument.
He did.
He did flute
twice.
which
Wait,
well,
I did?
you
no,
did.
no, Savvy said flute, and then you said flute. So
Nuh-uh.
Savvy could have challenged.
Yes.
What if it was a lute?
Oh, what if it wasn't made? What if it wasn't made of skin?
A lute.
Yeah.
Skin.
Oh,
What?
see.
Whoa! What kind of show is this?
I don't think
What kind
that's
of program
the type
are you
of.
running?
Oh man.
It is an organ, right? The skin
Uh-oh.
flute can be called.
See, that would have been a good one. I
It's an
love
organ.
the organ.
Right.
You're on the
Dude, the organ's
spot,
good.
you know. You're-
Yeah, dude, the spot changes everything.
makes
But yeah,
you
you just
great.
like
You just-
dome to freestyle all
it-
hardcore and
It
shit.
Yes.
freezes your brain.
It really does. Yeah.
Especially for me, because as ADD as I am.
Yeah,
Yep.
dude, you got all these files just
Wait,
Going in your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to rein it in,
When your brain works faster than your mouth, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Totally get it.
that's true.
Okay, so DJP, pick us a category here.
What are the categories again? They're not up there.
They're not.
No.
You can't see that?
Where
No.
is it?
What are you talking about?
Oh, wait a minute. There it
Cocktails,
is.
basketball
I'm just kidding.
teams, and
I was-
dog breeds. I was like, dude,
All
I
right.
can't help you with that one. I'm
Well,
sorry.
I'm not
Oh.
a drinker and I'm not into sports, but I do like doggies.
Dogs.
Nice. All right, so we'll go dog breeds is what we'll go with.
Let me pet that dog.
Yeah.
And 30 seconds. Here we go. D.J.P, give us a dog.
Boston Terrier,
Doberman.
Bulldog,
Schnauzer.
Sharpei,
Beagle.
Weenie Dog.
Weenie. Chihuahua.
You said weenie.
Weenie.
French Bulldog.
Oh, that's good. Husky.
Malamute.
Oh, dude, that's real good. Oh, Great Dane. There we go. There's one.
Poodle.
Rhodesian Ridgeback.
Oh,
Poodle.
Yeah.
A Poodle.
DJ
I love those
did some
animals.
strategy by running out the
did.
clock on him, huh?
Yes, he did.
No, wait a minute. I was really thinking. I wasn't killing time.
This little
Okay.
penguin begs to
But
differ.
what if I was?
But if you were,
Right.
that's great
If
strategy.
you were, that was how you play the game, good sir.
Yeah, you could have
Um,
held for like 20 seconds and then this.
Again,
Because he's fast. I'm not gonna
He
lie.
is.
right.
But
Again,
he also comments on you, which eats up his time. He goes, "Oh, that's good." So that, that takes
Hey,
some of
man,
his
I'm
time.
trying to be supportive over here.
Well, that's great, but we're in the competition.
I was just
right
trying to
now.
make it work for me.
right.
That's right.
Right.
It's
over
working
here
for me.
in the comments, McKenna says, Savvy, you better win dog breeds. Yes,
You
and
don't
I'm
know
glad you
nothing.
said that because I noticed that, again, if you would have listened to the Unsung Dreamers episode number 22 with Savvy J, you would know that he has 4 different dogs, 4 different breeds.
Yeah, I was literally just naming off the breeds of my
Exactly.
dogs. The whole time,
I actually
the
did
whole
my
time I was like,
I did my homework enough to know exactly what breeds to listen for, and you're like, Husky. I'm like, yep.
Chihuahua,
And
Doberman, Beagle.
Yep.
And I was like, after that, I was like, Great Dane.
And now you're like, babe, we
But
got to
that's
get more
what
dogs.
Tara
Yeah, we
Dan
gotta
have
get
is
more
a Great
dogs.
Dane. So
Oh man.
Oh, good stuff. Al Hutchins says, hot potato timer rules. You got it. That's the name of the game, man. All right, Savvy J, I'm going to let you pick one more here.
All right, let's definitely not do should we just do basketball teams to get it the hell out of the way?
Oh, boy.
Come on, man.
Can we be done with this one?
So, and that's the thing. So we always leave one on the board. So we're only going
All
to
right,
do
then we're
one
just
more
going to
of these.
do cocktails then. 'Cause
All right.
Fuck
Okay.
basketball.
All
I'm
right.
too white for that
So,
shit.
full disclosure, beer is not a cocktail. So there's no confusion.
Okay.
So
All right,
these
all
are
right.
mixed
What if
drinks.
it's served in a glass?
Sure.
well, not like shots either, right?
Shot. Well, lemon drop
See,
is
I'm not
technically
drinking
Get it like
Listen,
an old
Lemon
fashioned.
drop is a drink.
lemon drop.
A Crown
is
Royal.
Well, I'm just
I'm not a
thinking like
drinker.
bourbon or something.
a
like
bourbon.
I almost said I said an ingredient.
Yeah.
I almost said the name of the mixed drink, so I'll just shut the hell up.
that. Okay.
Can I be
And,
really real with you guys?
Yeah,
I don't
real.
drink at all. I don't know any cocktails. I'm just telling you.
You can make them up.
That's impressive.
Hey,
Right.
no.
Yeah. And you may
Oh,
not know.
actually, you know what? You can make them up because, like, some people are like, "Have you heard of a dirty Hugh Hefner?" And I'm like, "Ugh, what the hell is that?" If you Google it enough, you'll find
a
anything.
dirty.
Okay, so-
that is awesome.
See, I just made one up
Here's a perfect segue. I can't believe this just wrote itself. So let me look back here on my calendar. Hang on.
on my calendar.
In 2 weeks, we're gonna have Amy Overbeck from Just One More, one of our awesome sponsors, is going to be back here in the studio mixing some drinks, and we are going to be drinking some Dirty Hugh. Was that right?
Dirty Hugh Hefner's. I don't know. I just made it. It's like
Yeah.
Mickey's mixed with bourbon and then like some tequila. Who knows?
Oh Jesus! Don't kill us
With some lemon juice.
Stop! You're gonna kill us.
Lemon juice.
We might have to reevaluate the ingredients of this a little bit.
Yeah, you take liberty to do that.
All right, so Savvy J cocktails. We've got 30 seconds on the clock for you, and go.
Arnold Palmer.
Purple Passion.
What? That's like a damn. That's a damn like That's a. All right, whatever. Jack and Coke.
Blue Lagoon.
These are probably actually things. A martini. Dirty.
Sex on the Beach.
That's a real one. That's a real one. I know that. Tequila Sunrise.
Orange Delight.
Old Fashioned. Orange Delight. Is this a Tang commercial?
He said old fashioned. I knew that one from a movie.
Yeah,
We always joke about it. You know
Yeah.
what movie it is? It's a mad world.
Yeah.
You remember that movie?
I
They're
do.
in the plane.
I do.
Well, what could possibly go wrong? What could it be with it? What could go wrong with an old fashioned?
Dude, yeah.
Oh no.
Josh will help me out on this one.
Yeah.
What did it run out on?
It ran out on D.J.P.
DJ.
Whoa, wait a minute. How did it run out on me?
Because you were talking about the old fashioned.
No, it.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm.
I thought the time had already left.
Yeah, me too.
That's what I thought, but I'm
Well,
not sure.
The last one to say something was Savvy, and it was going. If you had said something,
That's fine because that's definitely not my lane.
It is, here's a. I'll just be totally upfront about this. We have 6 different cameras in here, and all these different awesome technologies, but none of them include a slow motion replay. So
That's good.
so we're gonna have to take the word of our
Well-
producer. And what is our final score here, Joshua?
it was really close, but Savvy pulled it out 3-2.
Hey man, he won
He
the.
should have won this one.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
It's only-
But
it would have
Savvy
honestly
could've-
been comical if you would have won cocktails and you don't drink. I mean,
That, I would have been impressed. I mean, like
and
you
Savvy
should be a
was throwing
drinker.
some good mixed drinks. He
Making
wasn't
that
like,
shit up.
yeah.
Yeah, Purple Passion. I don't know what that is.
Oh yeah, I was like,
Blue
that's like a.
Lagoon. Blue Lagoon's a movie, right?
That's like a
Yeah.
diffuser
Yeah.
scent.
Yeah.
Purple passion.
But I
New
think
by
there is a
Macy's.
Blue Lagoon.
But it
At
sounds
least a
good.
Blue Moon.
Blue Lagoon.
But
Yeah,
sex.
that
I got
does sound-
set. Was it Sex?
Sex
on the Beach is a
Sex,
real
I've
one for
heard
sure.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real one for
I'm
sure.
just see. I'm a DJ. I'm not behind the bar.
Sex on the beach.
Right. You're not behind the bar. You make bars.
That's right.
That's right. He makes the bar.
Al
I
says-
mix the music.
He
not
mixes the
drinks.
mix.
Boilermaker and
Boilermaker, yep.
the handy dandy.
That sounds
That's a
sketchy.
Handy dandy. I don't
That
know
is
if that's
a
a
handy dandy.
I don't know
Just
either, but that's
drink
going to
it.
be another future drink here on the show. A handy dandy. Hot damn, that's good stuff.
That sounds
All right, so
dangerous.
Joshua, what we got next?
Clamato and beer. That sounds horrific.
Clamato, yeah. So that's tomatoey clam juice
Yes.
with beer.
Isn't it like hot sauce too?
Have you ever? Have you ever?
It's like a bunch of fishermen drink that shit.
Yeah.
Who
I heard
was
it's
ever
good.
thinking? You know what this tomato juice needs?
Some beer.
Some clam juice.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Definitely fishermen.
Somebody
drink that.
drunk. And yes,
Right.
definitely a fisherman.
Them
clam
juice.
Cindy Lucas says Purple Passion came in 2 liters like Pepsi. It was a look-alike. It was a look. What? It was like Look Aid with a kick.
Oh, Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid
It was like
Yeah,
Kool-Aid.
There we
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
Damn,
yeah.
I remember
autocorrect.
that,
We
yeah.
got you. We got you,
And
Cindy.
Brian Bentoncourt.
Fuzzy name.
Are you
My
describing
subconscious
yourself,
Fuzzy
or
neighbor.
is that a drink?
Right. All right. So Joshua, what we got next, bud?
I think we're gonna go to commercial next.
We are going to go to a little commercial and do some, paying some bills, saying thanks to some folks. So stick around.
Stick around.
The Unsung Dreamers, the musical journeys of the. I can't even get that high. Sorry, Tara. Okay, maybe I can. I did. So do check out the Unsung Dreamers. They do a lot of fun deep dive interviews with a lot of local and area musicians. New episodes air on Fridays. So wherever you get your audio only podcast, check out the Unsung Dreamers. If this is kind of more your speed to do a live show and that kind of thing, you can check them out live Thursdays at 7 for the Unsung Screamers. Dan and Tara Fritz are your hosts for both shows, and it's a good time. They're good people and with a really good concept of what they're doing over there. So we endorse them, and we hope that you do as well. Amp Entertainment. Barb Hensick and Doug Wilson, amplifying the world's best entertainment. Post your upcoming events on the Entertainment in the Ozarks Facebook group. While you're there, be sure to give them a like. Post more information on how to increase your online promotions. Contact Barb Hensick on Facebook or send an email to ampmediaandevents@gmail.com. Amp Entertainment. Like us on Facebook. There we go. So we're going to get to know D.J.P here in just a minute. But speaking of P, I think that's where he went. So I want to jump over here to the comments and make sure that we're all caught up on everything. Yes, I am, Joshua. Okay, so here's a question for you. I've got some openings on my calendar for some upcoming episodes, but while I'm filling in some gaps, I want to hear what are some show topics and stuff like that that you would like to hear us do. Maybe it's something that you're ready for us to revisit, or something that we've totally missed, and you wanna have us do that, just like we're doing today with rap. We had several people, hey man, when are you gonna do some rap? When are you gonna do some rap? Today is your day. Patience is a virtue. So let us know in the comments below, what is some future shows in the near future that you would like to hear us discuss and stuff. So now then, we've got the crew back with us. So let's go ahead and take this time to get to know the one and only Mr. D.J.P.
P. And they used to do that at Studio 54.
DJP?
Okay, listen, I know you're not that old. Come on now.
No, I'm 30.
Perfect. Yes,
30.
I am. I'm getting ready 21.
Yeah, we're the same age.
29. I'll be 30 in March 5th.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Thank you.
All right. Well, you've already heard the build up to this, so you know I've got to ask you, DJP, what is your favorite flavor of Pop-Tart?
I don't eat Pop-Tarts, but I used to, and I can't remember the last time I ate a Pop-Tart. But I want to say back in the day, I was, it was either, I think it was same as I think it was strawberry or cherry.
Okay.
Was there chocolate?
Yeah. I
think I was, I can't remember. I haven't eaten a Pop-Tart in a long time, but let's just go with chocolate.
See, you started on the right side of the aisle, and that is the exact wrong side of the aisle that I was talking about earlier. So there's this whole like chocolate with the s'mores or the brown sugar cinnamon, and I'm like, I just can't.
I think it's cherry.
Yeah, see, I knew you were on the right side.
At least it's a
we'll
red
just
fruit.
go with cherry.
Yeah,
anything that tasted sweet, I would eat.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I don't know if I really had a favorite.
That's
it
totally
was in
fair.
front of me, I would eat it.
I'm still that way, and it shows. So obviously, this is kind of you're a DJ, DJP.
Yeah.
But do you play any instruments? Do you play guitar? Or
I do.
Yeah.
I started playing drums when I was in
Nice.
5th grade. I got a snare drum and played in the band in grade school, and then I went on to get a drum set. In 7th grade, I got a drum set.
Okay.
And I learned how to play trap set.
Very cool. So that was probably a really strong foundation for you as far as your what you went on to do with DJing
Absolutely.
and stuff, like
But
knowing structures of songs and
best,
counting beats.
Yeah, some of the best DJs I know were drummers.
Awesome.
They know how to keep timing.
Yeah.
And, things like that. So
yeah. I'll go ahead and jump ahead because I'm just anxious to ask this. So I've actually, in doing homework for having you here, I actually watched a few interviews that you've done and whatnot. But I'm interested to know, because I also started as a drummer. When you're DJing, and I don't mean like when you're behind the wheels and that kind of thing. I'm talking like in your downtime, when you're in your head putting music together. Is it the music that you're hearing? Are you a tempo guy? Is it BPMs and math?
absolutely.
Okay.
But you have to remember too, I'll hear a song that will remind me of another song, and I'll try to, it'll like, I could throw that together.
But when
it
you say it
doesn't
reminds you, are you talking time, like, synchronization, or are you talking like the melody?
The melody, let's say that a song says a certain thing. Let's say that like, hi, my name is Slim Shady. Okay, that's an example.
Yep.
He may say something in that song that reminds me of another song.
Gotcha.
So then that says the same thing or has the same meaning. And then I'll try to blend, or what they call today mashup, blend that together. But what you just said, if the tempos are off, then, or if the keys, even like the keys clash. But what a lot of people don't realize is unless it's someone that really knows music, a lot of the blending that we do is off key, because we couldn't control that with records. You're taking a vinyl record and you're putting it with another vinyl record.
Right.
But
there's no speeding down, slowing up
You
necessarily.
could speed it up and slow it down.
Well,
it might clash in key, but it still sounds funky. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So it's like, oh wow, that still sounds funky though with that beat underneath it.
Yeah.
So, but
sometimes you probably want that jarring.
Yeah, but
it's
all about having an ear for music. So if you're gonna know if it clashes so bad that the songs don't go together.
Gotcha.
So, you see what I'm
and
saying?
I'm sure it's trial and error too. You probably hear something in your head, get home, and you work it out, and you're like, I thought it was going to be better.
Or just playing around with records and going, let me try this. I'm going to try to mix, Phil Collins in the Air Tonight with, this hip hop beat.
Right.
and
Yeah.
it either sounds good and it might go together, but it may not really be. You may not feel it.
It may not catch the
So
vibe
let me
that you
try this
thought.
other. So then you try the Beastie Boys, or something.
Yeah.
Instrumental off the 12-inch single.
Yeah.
Which is the records that we used back in the day that were just singles. And the beauty of that was they would give us the extended versions, the acapella.
Oh, wow.
Acapella and instrumental was the key.
Yes, because then you had range.
Yeah, because it's like, whoa, this song has no music underneath it, and vice versa. It has music but no lyrics. So let me try to take this Metallica record,
right,
that has the same tempo, and try to blend that with Beastie Boys, and
right.
It would either work or it wouldn't, or might be mediocre. You just knew when you had something. It was like, oh, that's just funky. And then you had to match the beats with the pitch control on your turntable.
Right.
Because we didn't have the computers.
Well, and that's
the technology
the thing,
that we have today.
It's one click now, but you actually, there was an art to it.
You can make anything work now. You can fix the keys and everything. You hear all these, and they call it mashups. We never called it that. That's the commercial terminology that it got when it got popular.
Right.
But yeah, it was just playing with studio.
Well, I think probably one of the very first mashups was Run DMC's Walk This Way.
Yep.
And
you could say that because
I'd seen a video with them.
Yeah.
And that started out because the guys had found that really interesting intro to the drum intro, and they just kept clocking it back, and they would rap over it, and then have two of them, and they would clock each one back to that.
Yeah. The only difference with what they were doing is they were actually able to go in the studio and make that work.
Yeah.
As opposed to a guy in his bedroom taking a pre-recorded record and blending with another pre-recorded record and making that work.
Right.
It was a matter of getting lucky enough to find a record too that would break down in the right places with the other record. And if it didn't, let's say it went a bar too far, you'd stop the record and wait 4 counts and then bring it in.
Right.
That's what.
Right.
That's their.
So it's knowing music that you're dealing with on another level.
So say you got those 2 records going together, but you know that they're gonna hold out the vocal another 4 counts.
Yeah.
And then so it's gonna throw it completely off. So you had to stop the record and then bring it back in, and God forbid if it skipped, egg on your face.
There's a really great documentary on Netflix about the evolution of hip hop and rap, and just
and I'm
the
talking
analog
from a DJ
side
standpoint here,
the analog standpoint of it before all the digital, and these rap artists trying to find records that just had like drum intros and drum breakdowns,
and that's what I want.
And they would mark up their records to where they would clocking is what they called
I
it.
mentioned earlier, the PM Dawn, that break beat, finding that in the middle of the song, and the way they would find that is when you look at a record, you can see darker spots in the grooves.
Yeah.
Like if you're really looking at it, and that's where there's less instruments. So the hope was to find that drum break in there or something funky.
Right.
Not the guitar by itself.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the piano by itself.
Something to lay a groove.
But a funky drum break. And that's how hip hop was generated and made. It was they would grab that one section and then they would loop it, add more drums to it, and then someone would MC over it and rap. And
there's a lot of technique involved in being a DJ that I had never known before I'd seen.
There's a lot that I don't know.
Well, you know what the difference is? You have DJs and then you have turntablists.
Yeah.
And I'm considered a turntablist, where we actually approach the turntable as an instrument.
Yes.
Because you're playing for the instrument, not the crowd. The crowd is there and you're pleasing them by what you're doing.
Exactly.
Your objective is not, I'm just going to put some songs together.
It's more than just DJing. We're actually performing up there live with these vinyl records. And like I said, if one skips, you've got to figure out how to fix that, because the average person doesn't really realize what you're doing. Right. That's why digital technology has taken over and really hides that art form now, because most DJs, all DJs, I will say, that are playing out are not taking record crates out anymore. They're taking out computers.
And that's what I wanted to touch on, because there's a lost magic in that. And I know that that's like a super passion of yours. That you don't want that art part of it to die. You keep educating people, which I can't tell you how much I tip my hat to you on that, because it needs to be known. It wasn't always as easy as, click, and now I've got 2 songs that can go together. It's one of those things, like I know enough to know that there's more to it than what meets the eye, but there's a lot that I don't know. So one of the questions I wanted to ask, because Josh kind of brought it up too, but so there are records that have like what I'll loosely use the term sound effects or that kind of thing. Like, do you collect those and incorporate those into your sets and stuff as well?
Absolutely.
So it's not just music and music. It's a whole realm of
because
things.
you got to think like when I'm producing a mix, like let's say that I'm setting at home, like you mentioned earlier. I'm not doing that mix all in 1 hour. I'm multi-tracking, which you know what that is. You know, so I'm finding little things in records that make sense with the records I'm using, and I'll do it off the top of my head. Like I'm just sitting there listening, and I'm thinking, where can I go with this now? Like I'm stuck right here. So let me think. Well, let me go through some of my sound effects and see if I can find this, or let me go through some of my 80s new wave records or my metal records or anything, just depending on what direction I want to go or what I'm feeling in the moment that I'm actually while I'm making this mix. But yeah, I have a ton of records that have just sounds and sound effects,
right?
You know, car crashes, just you name it.
Is that kind of stuff?
Rainfall.
I mean, I assume that you have, and I know that you've sold off a lot of records. You bought a lot. I'm sure it's a moving target.
It is. And
is that kind of thing something that's still easily found, or is that like harder to find?
It's
is it
easier to find now because everyone went digital? So a lot of like,
so everybody's
I'll be honest, when I was in Vegas and I still lived out there, I was buying up all these DJs collections because they were all going digital or they were over it at that point. And I'm like, I'm going to buy all these out. I came back from Vegas. I moved back in 2005, I believe. Yeah, no, 2008.
Okay.
And my buddy had to come get me in his semi. I had over 100,000 records.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Gold mine, dude.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to say. Yeah. So you and for your setup and what you were wanting to do, it's exactly right. Savage said it. It's a gold mine. It's like, wow.
I had history too.
Yeah, I had to rent Paul Sunday that owns the Big Whiskeys. I rented a storage space from them. They had a warehouse downtown. And so when I first moved back, I rented a warehouse from them. And for a good 6 months, I had all my records in this warehouse. And then one day I went in there and I looked around and I started looking at all these records I had. I had shelves and I'm like, what am I going to, half of this stuff I'll never use.
Right.
Over half I'll never use.
Right.
So I was just such a horror of vinyl because I love vinyl so much, but it was like there's so much stuff I did not need.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Look at that, dude. That's dope.
Yeah. It doesn't look like that now. The shelves behind me, you see those red shelves?
Yeah.
Those are gone now. And so if you can imagine the tables, all that's gone.
Dude, that is incredible. That's awesome.
But a lot of the records behind me are up in the attic now. And then, I sized down quite a bit, but that's.
Well, no pun intended, but I already know without even having stepped foot in your studio, that's got to be a scratch on the surface of what you have owned over the years.
Yeah. I mean, lots of and a lot of vinyl I wish I would have never got rid of. Like, I'm not a Marilyn Manson fan by any means. I mean, I respect what he does.
Right.
But I bought those records at Stick It in Your Ear downtown in Springfield back when when those vinyls late
90s,
wasn't it?
Yeah. Late 90s, early 2000s.
Look those records up today. Those are $300-$400 records.
No kidding.
Wow.
Yeah. I sold my Marilyn Manson records a while back and I'm talking like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. And I got $300 for one of those. I can't remember. It's the one with the family on what's it called? Portrait something.
Yeah.
I'm not a real big, but I had those records because as a DJ, I might flip that with something. I might need a Marilyn Manson sample or who knows. I would buy anything.
Right. Yeah.
But those records have gone up in value now. It's crazy how vinyl is so much. It's in high demand.
It is. Now. And I'll be honest, and I would love to hear your thoughts on this.
Yeah.
I'm so effing happy that vinyl is coming back. Like something tangible for the love of God.
100%.
Yeah. And it has.
The weird thing is it's been back for a while, but it's not DJs that are supporting it.
Right.
See, the DJ was support back.
It's hipsters
in the late 80s. Yeah. Or your average old Joe back in the day that misses that Beatles record that he wished he still had and buys the repress at Walmart now.
Right.
And buys a turntable. I mean,
that's true.
Yeah. So DJs turned their back on vinyl back in, and not all DJs,
right.
But you got to think in the 80s, like in the late 80s when it was converting to CD.
I
mean, and they were getting rid of vinyl. That's when DJs still needed records to play in clubs and DJ. So the DJ kept that alive. The 12-inch singles that I was talking about, where they put just the one song with the version, and then some of the LPs. But a lot of the good 90s stuff that was come out, as far as like Primus,
you
wouldn't find that on vinyl. You wouldn't find that at that. Now they're repressing those records.
Sure.
But DJs have turned their back on it now, and now it's the average Joe that's keeping vinyl alive.
Yeah.
Because now DJs just want the files. I don't know about you, but I don't want to own Cardi B on vinyl. That's garbage.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay,
You know, and Migos and all this new rap shit. I don't want those records laying around. You know,
there's a reason we're doing 1999 and early 90s today.
We live in a world of
strongly
streaming and singles now.
If you told me that vinyl was going to be supported by the people it's supported by and alive as well as is today, I would tell you were crazy.
Absolutely, because it took a hard turn quickly.
I was like DJs are going to be the ones that support this, and that's it.
Yeah,
it's just but it's the classic DJs that still myself that still love vinyl. We keep vinyl. But if we're playing a new gig, if I'm going downtown to play at a top 40 club, I'm not taking my records because that stuff doesn't exist on vinyl anymore.
Right. Yes.
They don't
exactly.
Put it. It's all digital. So now you can still use your turntables, but it's digitally controlled through a program called Serato.
Right. And perfect segue because I did catch an interview that you did. I want to say it was in Portland. I don't know if that's accurate, but it was probably around 2010, 11-ish, somewhere around there. And you were talking in the interview, like you were so vinyl, but it was hard to fight that, man, everybody's doing the Serato. I've got to switch over. So have you since switched? I don't want to say switch over 100%. I sure don't mean that because I know better. I'm smarter than that. But have you started incorporating that into what you do?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can't do it.
That's exactly right. You can't not.
We're in a digital world now.
Yeah.
So you can either beat the steam engine or you can jump on it and ride it because you're not going to beat the steam engine. It's going to beat you.
Right.
So I'm riding that wave like everybody. And I'll be honest with you, I've been very creative because of digital. I will say that this last mix that I did during the pandemic, I had a fan from over in Europe that paid me a bunch of money to do a mix.
Yeah.
And of course I wasn't working at the time. I normally don't do that type of thing.
Right.
If I make a mix, then my fans buy it and great, but I don't go out of my way to make a custom mix, but he offered me quite a bit to do it. And I needed to finish this mix anyway. And I did it all and I'll be honest with you, I downloaded most of my files from YouTube and they sounded good.
Yep.
Like, cause some of that stuff sounds crap. They don't upload it at the right,
right. Yeah.
Quality.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I was able to get acapellas of, Red Hot Chili Peppers. I was able to get the stems for that whole album, Blood Sugar Sex Magic.
Yeah.
Like how does this stuff exist online?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Acapellas and instrumentals of Queen, Foreigner.
Yeah.
So I was able to, but with having those and in the computer and being able to manipulate them with the digital vinyl.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell I could have done that pulling the record off the shelf because the acapellas and instrumentals don't exist on those records. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And there was never 12-inch singles of that kind of music. So digital is a double-edged sword because it's made it where guys like myself that have been in the game for years can soar higher and be more creative, but it's also made it where every kid on the planet is now a DJ.
So and there you go. And that was something too that you mentioned in this interview that I watched. Again, I just don't want the magic to be lost and this to be missed on people. But man, you were talking about how when you found like, oh, this goes with this really well, it was like, man, I don't want to tell anybody, but I just found the dopest fucking track.
Yeah.
And now it's like you upload it and everybody whores it out and it's everybody's mix. But
that's the problem.
So it's saturated. Everything's so saturated.
The thing that killed it for me, and I'm not saying I was the first to do it, but I was the first to make it popular with another guy that I did the album with, Uneasy Listening.
And and so let's talk about that. So was this like and this has probably kind of become your style as far as mashing things up that like, I mean, some of the names that you're dropping, like Marilyn Manson and Foreigner, like you wouldn't think that with hip hop. So that's very outside the box thinking. What brought you to that, or how did you stumble upon that?
As a kid growing up, I just listened to so much hip hop, but at the same time, I was a huge Kiss fan. Let's talk before hip hop.
Okay.
I got into hip hop in the 80s, like around 83, 84. And that's when the breaking era came in. It was electronic breakdancing. You had Egyptian Lover, Africa Bambaataa. I'm naming off some stuff that might be too deep. Houdini, Run DMC's early stuff. So that I grew up on that. But before that, it was Kiss. So I listened to Kiss and AC/DC, like any.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
White kid,
like every other kid. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like every other person.
One day, these black kids in school, I lived on the north side. I went to Teft Elementary. These kids did a basketball routine to Don't Stop Till You Get Enough by Michael Jackson. It blew my mind.
Right.
I'm out there going, and I'm watching them, but I'm listening to this music that I'm going, what in the hell is this? Because it is good. And it moved me. And I asked one of the kids in school, I said, hey, a great basketball routine. What was that song? He goes, oh, it's a guy named Michael Jackson. It's called Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. Now, mind you, I'm like 8 or 9 years old at this time.
Well, and that's way different from Kiss and AC/DC.
Totally. Well,
Yeah.
that came, and that all started to come even later. But Kiss was like the main thing. I remember black kids were wearing Kiss t-shirts back then.
Yes.
But with Michael Jackson coming in with that album, The Wall and stuff, man, it just, for me, it changed me. Like, it made me go, what is, and then shortly after that, you had Thriller, but then the whole breaking craze came in. So now you got as people call it, break dancing.
Right.
Proper terminology is B-boy or a B-girl,
Right.
breaker boy, but it was commercialized and they called it break dancing.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, with having all, I was getting all these different styles of music thrown at me and learning it. It was like, I just took it all and then even radio was good back then. I listened to Rock 99.
Dude,
Rock 99.
Yeah,
you
would
like,
have Michael Jackson, and then you would have AC/DC on the same radio.
So
station.
that's what made my, and then I hear it. I was sitting listening. I watched MTV a lot when I could get away with it. So over at my aunt's house, and U2 came on, and it was Pride in the Name of Love. And I'm like, and there was something about that song, but it glued me to the TV, and I never forgot that song. And then years later in high school, I asked a kid about it that was into U2. He goes, oh yeah, that's Pride in the Name of Love. Because I didn't remember the name of the group. I didn't remember the name of the song, but I never forgot that song in my head. But back to your what your question was, I think just all that stuff encompassed together, it just came together.
It was just like pieces of a puzzle. They were jumbled together, and all of a sudden it clicked for you.
But there was a DJ, and he's still around right here in Springfield, on the north side of Springfield. He lives right around the corner from me that everybody looked up to, even me. DJ Magic Juan. Juan. That's
okay.
Juan Alexander is his name. He was mixing the blends and the mashup type stuff way before it was popular. He was playing around with that stuff in his bedroom along with another buddy of mine named Thomas Haynes. He had turntables. I didn't have turntables. I didn't have the money for it.
Right.
And I didn't know a lot about it. I didn't know about getting a mixer and everything. But going back to that era, I can let you hear mashups that were done by a guy right here, Juan Alexander, and those guys that were doing in the 80, 84, 85, 86.
Wow, man. That's
that's
like freaking crazy to me.
MC Shy D over Human League.
Right.
That's like MC Shy D was an MC out of Miami. He's a Miami bass artist.
Gotcha.
So that kind of totally sparked the whole thing. I see somebody, Jody guys, put Showbiz Pizza.
Yeah.
Showbiz Pizza was a place where all the the kids went to breakdance. I never went there.
Oh, really?
My parents
I remember going to Showbiz Pizza as a kid.
Yeah. And they would, after hours at Showbiz was when they would do all the breakdancing and stuff. But Juan and all those guys were there.
Yellow Wolf's DJ Clever is dope, says Michael. Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, DJ Clever I know DJ Clever. He's a dope DJ. I've done shows with him. But yeah, the whole mashup thing. I did that with a guy. I've got the album right here. Can I hold it up?
Yeah, please do.
So this album, this is a repress of the record. This is my own variant. I'm trying to get the camera there.
There you go.
So this is the album that sparked the whole mashup trend.
Yeah.
It's called Uneasy Listening. I did this album with a DJ named DJ Z Trip. He's doing a lot of stuff right now with LL Cool J, and he tours and stuff. But we met back in the day at a rave.
Okay.
In Oklahoma City. And we both had similar styles. We were mixing all the crazy, goofy stuff. He was doing he did Public Enemy with Van Halen. So I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, and then he's mixing Jam On It Nucleus with Depeche Mode. I'm going, I only do this shit.
Right.
But this guy's like really doing it out, at this rave. Of course, I went on before him and I was mixing like Disneyland records and stuff over beats. I'd do crazy stuff.
That's awesome.
I'd find songs in Disneyland records and throw them over beats because it was dope.
That's and that's
what hi-ho would work really well.
Even today, when you hear something mixed over that, and you're like two totally different genres, it still blows my mind.
And that's how we collaborated.
My first introduction,
it's like Annie, the Hard Knock Life.
Yeah,
I mean that's something so
concept.
Crazy
100%.
that's like
somebody got the idea to sample that and then make a beat to it. And,
yeah.
So that's how we collaborated, and that's how I flew out. I worked for the railroad at the time, Burlington Northern, and I lived in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I took a week's paid vacation and went out, and we recorded this album in a week.
Wow.
And he already had mixes that he had done. I had mixes I had done.
Right.
And then there was a few that we even came up with on the fly while we were producing it, and it blew up. We got put in Rolling Stone magazine for it.
Wow. And what year was
he
that?
took all the shine for it, but
What year was
That's what
that?
it is. That was in 1998, and then
Wow. So that's like
98, 99.
really
and
pre-digital stuff. So
it's-
you were
oh,
having
yeah,
to
we
go
had
direct
no-
into the.
There
yeah.
was no computers.
Yeah.
You know, there's a blend on there that he did with Metallica and Midnight Oil. And it's on this record.
Wow.
There's Dust in the Wind with a LL Cool J beat underneath that.
See, that's what I mean. Like,
Kansas.
just so outside of the box thinking. So,
yeah, it's everything that most hip hop kids would want. What the fuck is this shit? You know what I
Right.
mean? And they did, because this
it's
isn't
really
raw
smart.
hip hop. But
as far as the industry, though, that's really smart
Right.
because look at the audience that you're now creating and merging together.
right,
I mean,
Well-
you're opening yourself to so many other people.
it got boring just mixing hip hop
Yes.
records together.
Yes.
Okay, we're into hip hop. What is hip hop though? Let's talk about that. Hip hop
Right.
is a sample of the same records I just said.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
what hip hop is. It's a sample from everything, from jazz
Yeah.
records, rock records, punk records.
Yep.
I mean, it's a flavor that comes from all sorts of different genres and styles of music. That's
Yeah.
what hip hop is,
Yes.
and that's why was it Cool Herc, DJ Cool Herc out of the South Bronx? He's huge icon of hip hop. He's a godfather. He said it himself. You cannot put a race on music. It's like
Right.
people they want to categorize hip hop and rap as a black thing. It's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
let's
as
talk-
ignorant as saying countries for white folks. It's
Exactly.
like, no, that's stupid.
No, it's
Charlie
not.
Pride is freaking
Yeah.
amazing. There's, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
You know
that
who
is.
Joe Cocker is?
Oh, exactly.
You know
yeah.
who- okay,
The whitest black guy you'll ever hear.
Joe Cocker, what California Love, Dr. Dre and Tupac. That is a song called Woman to Woman.
Yep.
And they sampled that. The
Well, Regulator is
that's Joe Cocker. That's Michael McDonald.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Michael
You know,
McDonald.
I had the idea to do that too when it came out.
I was gonna say you've got to hate it when
I-
other people do that.
I
when,
heard when I was a kid, I wanted to do something with that Michael McDonald. I keep forgetting it, and then they killed it with
Regulator.
Yeah, Regulators.
Yeah.
Nate Dogg.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
Yeah,
Yep.
Nate Dogg, and then Puffy.
crazy.
I was in Springfield, Missouri. I didn't have all that equipment and
right.
connections.
So we've got somebody here asking a question for you, DJ.P. Cindy Lucas says, "How long does an album last when you're scratching?" So like
That
the
is a
wear,
good
the
question.
wear and
Yeah,
tear.
I
I
was
guess.
gonna ask that
let's
earlier, yeah.
that's a good question, because let's say that you have a record that you use all the time, and say it says fresh, because everybody uses that still to this day.
Okay.
Fresh. So if I take if I'm on that one sample and I'm cutting the record back and forth, because you got to think that needle, all it's doing is it's going back and forth in the groove.
Yes.
If you were going across the groove, you'd be scratching it where you were damaging it. But
Right.
if you think about
I
it,
used to get in trouble for that as a
right,
kid.
when a record plays,
You got to
it's in
pick
the
the
groove.
needle up.
Right.
All you're doing is reversing it over and over. But if you have the needle on, say, fresh for a long period of time, and you keep cutting that part,
Right.
when it gets to that part of the record, let's say it says a few things and then it gets to fresh. So like this and this and this fresh, and then
Yes, it dips.
it dips down.
Yep.
And you can hear like where it's just,
The needle's hardly even. It's just yeah.
you hear
Yeah.
static, because what we call that is a burn. You've
Okay.
burned that part of the record because you constantly, now it takes quite a while to do that.
Yeah.
You can use it, but depending on the record too, and the needle you're using, and I use heavy needles, which isn't good, but I do because I don't like them to skip.
Right.
But yeah, if you keep doing that over and over, it will damage that one part of the record where it dips. It won't skip, but it'll just dip in sound, and you'll hear it. You know,
Right.
you'll like a,
Yep. And then it'll pick
like a
back up.
static. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they'll pick right back up.
So in layman's terms, for not only Cindy but myself, so are we talking like a 6-month shelf life? Are we talking 6 years? Are we talking
you
20?
could do it in a week. You could do it in, because it depends on how much you're practicing in your bedroom. And scratch DJs that know what I'm talking about,
Right.
you can burn a record real quick.
Right.
Gotcha.
Because you're constantly using just that one section. where
Trying
the
to get-
needle, the
right.
needle's doing this, and just it's like you're taking something and just rubbing
Especially
it
like-
out. You know.
Well, and especially like what you said, and I don't even know what I'm talking about, but with the heavy needle, like
Sure.
you're gouging into that even more with
But-
the even
But let's talk about this now. Now let's go to Serato, which is digital.
right.
The music's in the computer. The dummy record that's on the control vinyls on your turntable, do it until you're dead. You're
Right.
not going to rub out a digital file.
Right. Yeah.
See?
Even in your
There's a lot
bedroom.
of- there's
Even in your bedroom.
Yeah, even in your bedroom. So there's a lot of there's a big difference in using vinyl, and of course the Serato program too is made to where it won't skip. Like I've had people slam the door of the DJ booth.
Right.
It might flutter, but it won't miss a beat.
Huh.
As opposed to, with
Yep.
a needle on a record.
And here you spend all this time in your bedroom trying to get that right on that spot. And
I said it on national TV, but I'll say it again. Vinyl is a pain in the ass. And they figured out a way to make it easy for everybody that wanted to be a DJ. To be able to do it. And I can give you, like in a matter of minutes, I could give you my whole record collection on a jump drive.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You could copy my hard drive.
Yeah.
So that's what killed it for me, especially back in the day when we were doing these kind of mixes like Uneasy Listening. I went into the record store. I lived in Portland, Oregon at the time. And I walked in and they were like, yo, P, check this out. And someone had put a record out that was a pre-recorded record like this, but for DJs to be able to buy and play. And
so literally you drop the needle and you can walk away.
Yeah. I was like, well, no, I was like, dude, it's like, it's coming. Like it's going to be to where anybody can do this now without doing it.
Right. Yeah.
So they don't have to have the acapellas.
Well, and that's not even honestly limited to anymore to just DJing. You can play any instrument you want if you can play a keyboard.
We're at a point now where everyone's heard it. Let's face it. The mashup thing that I've been a part of.
It blew my mind the first time. So I've never heard, the first time I ever heard a mashup that I can recall was in probably 2001 or 2. I used to drive all the way up here to Springfield. I would go and hang out like at Martha's Vineyard or something to go dance and stuff. And the first mashup I ever heard was Kylie Minogue mixed with Ludacris. What's the I wanna lick you from your head to your toes. I wanna la 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 la. And I was like, whoa, this is awesome. But the first time I heard like what you're talking about, cross genre, I was like, holy shit, this is like next level stuff. Amazing.
Yeah. See, and that's where it went, is like the commercial side of it started using it. But we were thinking deeper than that.
Yes.
We were thinking, how about Kansas Dust in the Wind?
Right.
When's anybody played that?
Right. Exactly.
Like,
and I think that was probably a thing. Was it a thing to like chase for the deeper cuts, like constantly with other DJs and stuff? Was that a thing?
You mean as far as it being
like, I'm going to go Dust in the Wind because nobody's going to think Dust in the Wind.
We weren't even thinking that way. No. We when we made this album, no one had done it yet. I'm just going to say it.
Right.
No one had done this yet. No one. Like they may have played around with it. They may have done a few things, but no one had the balls to do this. Because this was we even laughed about it. It was like, dude, we're making this for us.
Right.
We'll be lucky to sell 100 of these.
Right.
And it blew up a whole trend called mashups. And we're even against that word, mashups. What is that? We're blending.
Right.
Because that's the proper
term. That's the technique that you're using.
It doesn't matter what you're mixing, it's blending. But someone came up with this cool idea to call it mashups, and then it blew up, and then you had people that were pre-recording them. Like you said, somebody could take this record now and digitally put it into their computer and go out and play it, and people think that DJ is awesome.
Right.
So that's what murdered it.
Well, I talked to you before the show that there's my God, this is awesome, and there's so much that I would like to keep talking to you about, but I really feel like maybe if we did an audio only thing, or if a Patreon video or something, because my God, you're a knowledgeable person. You've got a lot of history, and a lot of passion. That's what I said at the top of the show. Both you and Savvy J come from a place of passion. And I think that's awesome. The final question I want to ask, well, I'll ask you two more before we move on. First of all, when you go to play a live set, this is to me the difference in you as an artist versus just like you're talking about your Serato DJ. Do you bring I guess what I'm asking is, if I were to compare you to a band is going to take let's say these 20 songs and then go play them out, and they'll gauge the crowd through the night. Okay, we need to play this song here, and at the practice we had this song, but let's move this down here because that's what the crowd's feeling. Do you do the same kind of thing with vinyl? Like, do you bring like, okay, this is a chunk of, I feel like this is kind of what this bar is about, and then you thumb through and you're like, this crowd's going to dig with this, and well, I thought I could put this song here, but the crowd's a little older than what I had prepared for, that kind of thing? Like, do you play your set to the crowd like that?
Absolutely. Like, so it depends on the gig. I make sure I know what gig I'm going to. If I'm going to go do a disco show, I'm not going to take any hip hop.
Okay.
If they, I'm going to take disco records.
Right.
Now I'm going to take my computer and have a folder in there that has all disco, and I'm going to mix them live. Right. I mean, I'll mix them with the computer.
Sure.
Or somebody may say, hey, P, and since I'm known for vinyl,
right,
they want to book me for vinyl. I get paid more to bring out records.
Hell, it break your back doing it.
Well, not just that, but sound issues, everything. Vinyl just really is a lot of work.
Yeah.
I prefer to do vinyl, but I don't mind doing the digital now that I'm used to it.
Correct. Yeah.
But as far as like moving songs around, I fill out the room. So when I get there, I'll look at a room, I'll think about the atmosphere, what music's already playing. Maybe the DJ before me is doing certain things. So I'll start my set, and then I just read the room. And then if say something I'm doing is not really working, I'll know that to drop down to this part. And you just have your sets, like, you know what you're going to do.
Right.
And you have them in order, and you better have your records all there. Cause if one record's missing, it could be a problem.
Exactly.
And then you got to figure out how to get out of this. That's why it's so crucial and so intense doing the type of DJing that
dude, it is nonstop. And that's, I noticed. So there was 2 different videos. I was like, which one of these should I play? And I'll just talk about the one that I didn't pick. I think you were at the Outland, performing a vinyl set. And I was so enthralled, like, no disrespect, I almost didn't give a shit about the music. I was watching you as a performer. Like, you're over here doing this and you're mixing this and making sure it's matching up. Okay, got it.
We need
switch to the next.
We need more people like you.
Oh, well,
to appreciate it, really.
Well, honestly, yes, there's a performance art to it because, and then as soon as you have that going, you got this going and it's balanced, you sling around in your chair and make sure you grab your next one. Okay, got that. And it's like, dude, I was working up a sweat just watching the video. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, there's that missed magic of, you don't get that shit with Serato. It's just, you stand there and you don't even break a sweat.
Yeah, definitely watching someone on Serato as opposed to vinyl is way more boring.
It's a performance art. It really is. It's almost like, this is going to be weird. It's almost like watching figure skating in the fact that you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm in. Wow, that must take some talent. You know what I mean? It draws you in like that if you allow it to. So I just thought it was really cool, man. Al Hutchins has dropped something here. It says soundcloud.com/Dan Pod something. DJ Z Trip, D.J.P, Rhinestone, B-Boy.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that link out.
What he's talking about is this right here. You see how it says like a Rhinestone B-Boy?
There you go.
So what I did, it's funny. That's one of the mixes that I did on the fly out there. When I flew out there, I didn't have Glenn Campbell in my crate. So we went to the record store, and speaking of country, like, we went to a record store. And I found Rhinestone Cowboy, and I went, B-Boy, Rhinestone B-Boy. I want. Like, so then we took a B-Boy. So, well, how do you do that? Of course, the time, and it sounds funny, but we took a Big Bird record, Sesame Street. So instead of saying Rhine, we go like a Rhinestone B-Boy. So
wow.
But we put an electro beat underneath it. Funky Soul Makosa is the beat that's underneath that.
Dude, that's insane. Yeah. So I almost forgot about that. And what's funny is I actually owned some of those vinyls as a kid, not necessarily Sesame Street, but I had like some Mother Goose stuff and all.
That's all on this record.
Wow.
So, and I'm going to give it to you today. So you better, if you don't own a turntable, you can go around.
Well, now you've given me a reason to. I want to do more with it than just prop it up behind me here as a prop. Like,
go down to stick it in your ear and grab you one.
We'll do, man. That's awesome. So let's go ahead and check out a video here of D.J.P.
Now, what are you going to play? Wait a minute.
All right.
I haven't approved this. What are you going to play?
Oh, I don't know. So this is actually you doing a feature spot, if you will, for what I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, is a local artist, Keita K.
Yeah.
Doing a song called Rock the Cut.
Rock the Cut. I went to school with Keita K, and that was shot by Chris Canote, a good buddy of mine. He does a lot of videos and stuff out of Branson, and he's worked with Corey Feldman and some bigger groups like LaBouche, if you remember that.
Oh my dude,
group.
I was a huge
He just
fan.
did their new video. He's no joke. So yeah, he produced this, and it was shot over in my neck of the woods.
Well, what's really funny is when you look at this video, you'll think, oh, this has got to be shot like in California, in Compton, or, and not just like the scenery, but the production, just high value.
Everything about it, it's shot in the hood where it belongs.
In Springfield.
So
let's go ahead and check out Rock the Cut with Keita K featuring D.J.P. Is that kind of like behind the ballroom, by the way, in that alley where you're at?
That is on Commercial Street, close to Lindbergh's.
I was gonna say, so when she comes in, that's right behind Lindbergh's, right there.
No, that's over in the neighborhood. That's behind Lindbergh's. That's between the alley. That's over in the neighborhood.
So how did you guys hook up? How did this come
Keita
together?
Since high school. Keita was rapping and dancing in high school. She's very talented. She's funky. She's from New York. She's from the Bronx. So it all makes sense,
Right.
Because hip hop was born in the Bronx. That's where hip hop originated, was the South Bronx. So she's got that flavor. She's always been hip hop.
I listened to this whole video and I was in love with this. I'm a huge Missy Elliott fan. This is Missy Elliott with a harder edge, with like more street. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I love this.
This is what we call gutter raw hip hop.
There you go.
Gutter.
So I'm a band guy. Where does somebody like Key to K with D.J.P perform around here, or do they?
Well, we don't.
Okay.
We could. I guess we could do shows, but you got to remember we're classic hip hop, and at this point, I think the hip hop has totally changed to a different era now, and the younger generation.
It's a different medium
It's
altogether.
It's a different animal now. So, but we did this because we love music. We love hip hop. We're not. You look at us in the liquor store right there.
Yeah.
Right.
We totally took over a liquor store in Brown Durban.
Awesome.
This should be brought back though. Stuff like this.
This is the raw element right here.
Yeah.
You got a turntablist, you got an MC. Yeah, I mean that's like, and that is a element of real rugged. That was from the early '90s feel of gangster rap.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We sampled a lot of that idea came to. It was Heather B was an MC back then. And that's where we sampled some of that stuff from. And then there's some funk and soul samples in there. And then I just did the cuts and the scratches, and she wrote the lyrics. And my buddy Brian Pryor, aka Red, I grew up with here in town. He's a b-boy from back in the day, breaker, and he makes beats. And he's my main producer on my label. He makes Yeah, he makes really good breaks and beats for MCs. And then I go in and add my flavor with the turntables and come up with ideas for samples, and then I go in and add all that, and that's what we come up with. And then I've got a brand new album that just came out. I started a small independent label called Hood Strong Entertainment.
Okay.
And this is called The Butterfly. See it?
Yes, I do.
Josh
and that's
Ballard.
That's an awesome.
Yeah.
And here's the thing also about vinyl that I want to touch on. God damn, album art was so cool.
Yeah.
And it was so appreciated.
It's beautiful.
So this was all done right here in Springfield, and we recorded him in my studio. Brian Pryor made a lot of the beats. We had a couple of another producer make some beats. I added all my flavor to it, and then of course we have the artist between, Josh Ballard. He lives in Kansas City now, but this is a record that we just got. You can buy it at Stick It Ear. You can go on my website at djpmix.com. But these are fresh off the press, and they're selling well. And you know what's crazy is a lot of these are selling over in the UK.
Oh yeah.
So
that's cool.
It's the UK guys are really big, and it's boom bap hip hop. It's just like what you just heard with Key to K.
The good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the funky, the fun stuff.
Right.
Stuff that's uplifting and fun. And it's a chill album. You could see it's called The Butterfly.
Mhm.
There's butterflies all over it. So you wouldn't think it's definitely not kind of a hardcore, and it's not a hardcore hit,
but
it's chill. It's still,
it's something you can nod your head
it's
to,
a
right?
jazzy, it's a jazzy type of hip hop,
Yeah.
and I pressed the vinyl and started my own label called Hood Strong Entertainment.
That's
Now-
awesome.
Now,
this is our first
So when you
release.
say you press the vinyl, are you physically doing these,
No,
or
I wish. No, I
have you been a part of that
the
process?
of making it.
Mhm.
I know how it's done, and I know what I have to do is on my end to make it possible for the record pressing
Gotcha.
plants
Yeah.
to actually cut the record. I have a guy that masters all my stuff in California. He's been doing it for 50 years. He's done big artist names, and I know him well, and he's hooked me up. And he just goes in, and after we master it and get it the way we want it, he'll go in and then he'll remaster it if he needs to for vinyl. And the record, we're proud of it, man. This record is it's out of Springfield, Missouri, and it's
Right.
hip hop.
Yes.
It's
and on vinyl.
on vinyl.
What more do you freaking want,
Exactly.
people?
And it's the type of hip hop that belongs on vinyl.
Yes.
And so yeah, you can download the album right now for free at djpmix.com. I think we're on Spotify too and a couple other platforms. So
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
So but it's called Between the Butterfly. And
Awesome,
and
man.
We got another record coming out soon by Nate White. He's a rock musician here in town.
I've known and played shows with Nate. Super good dude.
Yeah,
Yep.
Superstar Heroes coming out on vinyl, and it'll be on white vinyl.
Nice.
So yeah,
which is his thing.
Yeah. And it's a great album, and it's totally left field. It's like Hood Strong Entertainment. It's not all about hip hop. It's about everything.
Right.
If we like it, we'll put it out.
There you
know
go.
what I mean? So
There you go. Cindy Lucas says, I'm a hardcore rocker, but I would go see either of these guys any day. Great talent. Barb says she totally agrees. Yeah. So real quick, DJP, I've got 2 quick questions. What was your first album that you ever bought with your own money?
I was thinking about that earlier. When you asked that
Not
question.
not an easy one for a record collector, I'm sure.
See, the thing is, I had to hide. I had to sneak to get music.
Right.
If I can talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
My first influence of music was remember Ben Franklin was a dime store.
Uh-huh.
So I asked my mother if I could get a pack of gum that day, and she said, "Yeah, I'll go pick out a pack of gum." Well, I see these dudes, and their faces are painted. It's white, or it's got that blue cover, and it hit me so hard. I was like, "This is cool."
Yes.
Of course, you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have to have these bubblegum cars. These dudes' faces are so cool.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
It's so
is
out of
this?
left field. Yes, it grabs
So
you.
I take them to my mother, conservative Christian woman, and I'm a kid. I
Right.
don't know what this is.
Yes.
She knew who it was,
Right.
unfortunately.
Well, she thought she did.
So,
everybody thought it was
Yeah.
like satanic, and then he's talking
Yeah,
about
so-
eat it like a piece of cake.
So
Nights
when
in
I
Satan
took-
service.
Right.
what kid gets turned down for a bubblegum car?
Right.
Because there's something wrong. So yeah, she made a big deal out of it and said, "No, you go put that back. You get something else." And I go, "Well, I don't want these."
Damn.
No. And so
Gotcha.
then she went on to tell me the story, and now what does that do? That made me want them even
Even
more.
more. Yes.
So I was intrigued by that. So moving forward, I learned that they were a satanic group and they spit blood on people, which they shouldn't have told me that, because now it made me even want them
Now I
even
really
more.
want 'em.
Started having dreams of Paul Stanley spitting blood on people in line at Hotel of Terror. I had a dream of that. I did. I had
That's
a dream I
awesome.
was
That's
standing
funny.
in line at Hotel of Terror, and Paul Stanley just comes up and like a redneck spit
Oh, damn.
Wow.
blood. And I go, so I was so intrigued by the band Kiss because of that. That was the first. And then and now, of course, my grandfather tried to tell me they were bad people and all this crap, and they spit blood on people in the front row. And of course, you know how that all goes.
Oh, yeah.
We find out later that's not all true. So
Right.
my first love of music was Kiss. And then a kid down the street let me borrow his 8-track tape of Destroyer. That's back when you could play an 8-track tape in the truck without having the keys. So I'm
okay.
out there in January about this time of year, freezing
Yeah.
my ass off, hiding in my dad's truck,
Just to
playing
chill and
this-
listen to. Wow.
the Destroyer album.
Wow.
And so yeah.
So Kiss is some of your first musical memories as
Right.
far as
me physically paying money for an album. See, because I started getting gifts from like neighbors and stuff like that. So my mother bought me "I Love a Rainy Night."
uh-huh.
Was that Eddie Rabbit?
Eddie Rabbit. Yes.
So I had that record. She turned me on to BJ Thomas.
Okay,
Hooked on
yep.
a Feeling.
Mhm.
I like that record too.
Yeah.
And playing because I played when I was a kid.
Right.
But I'm not going to go home and play it now. So, but you get what I'm saying? So
I do.
yeah. So then it escalated up to my aunt had a boyfriend named Gene, and he liked Kiss. And I had to cry my eyes out to get this Kiss record.
Right.
My mother told my aunt no, and then my aunt said, well, he promised him, and because I was crying, I was bawling.
Right.
And so my mother gave into it, luckily. Well, he did promise you. So he takes me to Kaleidoscope. Now, you know where the Kaleidoscope was at this time? This was early 80s. Believe it or not, Kaleidoscope, and I think it was a different owner at the time, was on the corner of is it on the corner of Kearney and National, where
Okay.
Highland Dairy is?
Yep.
They got a small little business right there on the east side. It's on the northeast side of the road. So that was Kaleidoscope. And he went in and he said, now, which record do you want? So out of all the Kiss records, I wanted Hotter Than Hell. He
Right.
said,
If you're going for it, you're gonna
Yeah, dude,
you're gonna go for
So
it.
that one in
Yeah.
Mom and Dad's
Right,
Right
face.
on
yeah.
thick.
But for some reason, I knew of that record and I just wanted it. And maybe it was because it said hell. I don't know.
Right.
I wanted the bad stuff.
Well, it seemed edgy and rebellious, so I totally
So,
understand that.
that was my first Kiss record.
So DJP, if you would have followed your childhood dream and DJing is not an option, what would you have been when you grew up?
You know what's really weird? As a kid, I thought I was going to be a school teacher.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
trippy.
Well,
It's like,
here's the thing.
Because that's
I-
what everybody else around me was doing.
Okay.
I seen them every day, and I thought, well, one day I'll be a school teacher. Like I really thought that.
Huh.
That's weird because I don't have that in me.
I think you're
I
dead
don't
wrong.
have that
No,
in me.
hold the phone though. I think you're dead wrong because the other video that I was going to play was you opening your set at the Outland, and you're talking to the people before you even drop the needle on anything, and you say, "Listen, I want to explain to you. I want to educate you. This is what I do. This is why I do. You're going to see me moving around and stuff. I'm going to play the first hour is going to be if you're in New York. The second hour is going to be, stuff that you guys can dig. And it was you were educating people about what I talked about with the art of what you're doing, the performance art of what you're doing. So I don't think that it's a stretch to think of you as a teacher, because you do incorporate that education in people.
Let's just say I suck at math.
Okay.
I suck at subjects.
Makes two of us.
I was good. I got A's in band. I wanted to be a drummer.
There you go.
I only really, honestly, it's weird with me. Like some of the most common things that people should know, I don't really know, because it's like I never cared. I just wanted to do music. I wanted to get through school. I was ADD kid in school, so I had trouble getting through school. I ain't gonna lie.
Yep.
And it's because I wanted to be running, jumping, dancing, break dancing. I wanted to be
right. You wanted to be.
I wanted to be
active,
on. Yeah, I wanted
mentally.
to play drums.
You want to do shit you're passionate about.
Right.
Going back to the passion thing.
Yeah. So once I graduated high school, I didn't go to college. At that point, my DJ career started taking off, and it paid really well. And I was living the dream, from here to Vegas to touring on buses with big bands and getting to open for, I toured with 311 for a while. So that was just like a dream come true. And I never ended up going to college, or there was nothing I cared about. There's no subject I care about in school. I just not.
Yep. No, I can understand that. Abigail says, random thought, but have you seen the comedian joke about how his parents wouldn't let him listen to AC/DC because someone told his mom it stood for anti-Christian devil children?
I remember that. But it relates to the kids in Satan service, nights in Satan service, all that bullshit.
Yep, exactly. It's just some cooked up stuff to be able to give you a reason why
and you
little Jimmy shouldn't have this album.
Yeah, and you've got to admit, we live in an area where we're really deep into the Bible Belt.
Yep, big time.
So,
well,
ain't that the truth?
Fellas, let's play one more game before we wrap it up and call it a day. What do you say?
It.
All right.
Holla.
Let's see what Joshua's got planned for us here.
Finish the lyrics.
All right. So let me turn this volume up here.
I got a brain for this.
In my ear holes. So yes, we are going to play Finish the Lyrics. And I had somewhere around here.
This might get scary.
Nah.
Yeah, it might.
So now we're back to rap from 96 to 99, and that's where our songs are going to be coming from. So D.J.P, we'll let you go ahead and start this next game. We're going to give you a sentence, if you will, a line from a song, any song, anywhere in the song, and we just need you to give us the next line of it. So
I'll give it a shot.
All right, here we go. Let's see what our first song is. We've got some Eminem with Forgot About Dre.
Oh, man.
Interesting. So the line is, who do you think brought you the oldies? I'm trying to not say this in the melody, by the way.
That's the line?
That's the line. Who do you think brought you the oldies?
Who you think brought you the oldies? This is going to be tough because it's right in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah, it is in the middle.
Yeah, he doesn't make it easy on you guys.
Who you think brought you the oldies? Yeah, that one's got me stuck. Is that in the first verse?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, I think it's like right when he comes on.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. How's it start? How's the song start?
It
starts
with the chorus, I believe. Nowadays, everybody want to talk. I got to
say, but nothing comes out when they move the lips.
Just a bunch of gibberish. Motherfuckers forgot about Dre. My sister and I used
stop.
Hammer time.
It's not about Dre. Dude.
Who do you think brought you the oldies?
The
who you think brought you the oldies? The something.
The OGs, the Ice Cubes, the
Ice Cubes and the DOCs.
Yeah.
And the DOCs.
And the group that said motherfuck the police.
Okay, well, you both are very close. Yes, let's go ahead and see.
I got to listen to it in context. That's how my brain works.
Easy Ice Cubes and the DOCs, the Snoop D-O-double-G, and the group that said motherfuck the police. So what do you say to somebody who ate? So
that's right.
Funny story. My sister and I, we used to have races with this song on who could sing the chorus faster. Nowadays, everybody want to talk. Got something to say, but then it comes out when they move the list. There's a bunch of gibberish.
Pronunciation.
Forgot about Dre.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no enunciation. I'm a hillbilly from Missouri.
Who you think brought you the old? See, that's weird that I would get that. Because now it's like
the DOC.
Now you're like, oh, well, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
Haven't heard that one in a while.
Well, let's see how Savvy J feels about his first one over here.
Probably not well. Outcast. Okay.
Rosa Parks. You thought it was going to be
man, I gotta come out of the filing cabinet.
Picture or something.
It's his turn, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I gotta come out of the filing cabinet with this one.
All right.
Hush that fuss. Oh, dude.
Man, that's some odd places.
Yeah, that is some odd places.
You're welcome. That's the wrong song, but lean a little bit closer.
Oh, yeah, that's Roses.
Yes.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
is this not Roses?
No, this isn't Roses.
Which one is this?
Rosa Parks.
I thought it said Rosa Parks.
It did.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, it
Roses, Rosa Parks.
That is two
yeah,
different songs.
yeah. Initially, I thought the same thing too. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I told you I don't know.
Push that puss.
Oh, I got it.
You do?
That's him. I think I do.
Do it. What is it?
Can I give it to him?
Yeah, dude, do it.
Ha ha, hush that puss. Puss.
Hush that
Put a
puss.
hook that fuss. Everybody move to the back of the bush or something.
Oh, what's the name of the song? Wait a minute. What's
hush that fuss.
Rosa Parks. Think Rosa Parks.
Everybody
hush
move
that
to the-
puss. back of the bus.
Oh.
Yeah, everybody move to the
Oh,
back
dude,
of the
nice,
bus.
nice.
Yeah.
Boom.
D.J.P.
On the board.
Yeah,
Oh, here you go. Sorry. I was slipping on that one.
there we go. His head
Turn
explodes
that
and everything.
Damn
That's funny.
horn.
Every time we play that air horn, DJP dies a little bit inside.
It. Every little DJ, every little sperm cell DJ across the world.
Every
is
twinkle
doing
in the
that.
eye.
Oh my God. Here's the deal. I'm going to start DJing, and that's going to be my DJ name, DJ Sperm Cell.
Yeah.
So wiggling.
Swimming to the hips. All right.
Yeah, that's right. Swimming around.
All right. Let's have DJP go on another one. Tupac. I'm mad at you.
I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you.
Good stuff.
Ain't mad at you.
When I ask about money, all you see is the struggle.
When I
Sound
talk
wider.
about money, all you see is a struggle.
Oh, dude, these are
Oh man.
context. I need the context.
When I talk about money, all I see is a struggle. DJP and I are doing it on the double.
Yes.
Boom.
Oh, did I get it?
That's right.
Well,
that
I
was
mean,
exactly.
if that's
When
not
I
the
talk
answer,
about
I
money,
endorse
all
it.
you see
If
is a
that's-
struggle. Gosh dang, it's so hard without the music.
I know
and
the
it
context,
going.
man.
It really
Yeah.
is.
That's difficult. This is a hard game.
What's the
This
song?
is
What's the
fun.
song again? This one's.
I ain't mad at you.
I ain't mad at you.
When I talk about money, all you see is the struggle.
Because
Something-
I'm mad at you.
yeah,
Honestly,
I
this is one of Tupac's songs I don't listen to very frequently,
Me
but I
either.
do know a lot of.
don't- neither. When I talk about money, all I see is the struggle. So is it something double or something?
Or is that just your rap brain? Like
is it something
putting
double?
It does rhyme with double and struggle, but you're
Sure.
really close.
Of course, it's gonna rhyme.
That's generally how
Right, I
lyrics
suppose
work.
that was about that was the
listen,
most
we're not
Caucasian
talking about-
comment I've made all night.
We're not
Well,
talking
it's gonna
about
rhyme.
2021 rappers here, okay?
right.
Not all rappers do it.
no, but you're not wrong.
Here we go.
You're
In the
not wrong.
comments, Al Hutchins says Harry Potter in the back banging a muggle.
Oh, dang.
Is that really
Talk
it?
about money? All you see is struggle. Harry Potter in the back, dumb banging a muggle or whatever. Dude, that's
That
funny.
wouldn't surprise me if you
I
said it
mean,
was. No, I don't know. I'm
Tupac
stuck.
was
Yeah,
known
dude.
to be a very big Harry Potter fan. So
Yeah. You know this?
No.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
without
can't-
context, dude, like my brain is like,
Yeah.
same. Aren't
I
you
got
glad we
nothing.
didn't start with this game? Your guys' anxiety.
oh,
went through the
dude,
fucking
yeah.
roof.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I'd have been like, I guess I'm not a
You're
hip hop
like- right.
artist. I guess I can't claim that title.
Talk about money.
I'm
All
gonna go
right,
do country
let's go
down in
Joshua,
Branson.
and
Put
see
them out
what
of
it
their
is.
When I
misery.
tell you I'm living large, you tell me it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
When I tell you I'm living large, you're telling me it's
there it
trouble.
is.
Yeah, I
No,
wouldn't get
dude.
that to save my life.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done
Same.
that. You would have had a gun in my head. I'd be like, I'm gonna die.
Right? Same.
That's-
Today's
I'm
my
gonna
day.
die.
Today's the day.
Today's the
All right.
day.
Let's go ahead with another one for Savvy J.
Oh, Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre.
The Chronic, baby. The Chronic.
Keep the heads ringing.
Oh,
Ding,
dude. Okay,
ding,
hold on.
dong.
Probably not.
Ring a ding ding ding
Ding
dong.
dong.
Keep the
Yeah.
hairs running.
Tell me that's not a fucking hook. Golly.
That's just
Dude, he's
rock.
hook master.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, let's see
I would say
if you can
master
follow in his
flex.
footsteps here.
You got
But
popped
get
like
pumped like a
oh,
get popped like a
pimple.
pimple.
Oh, dude, it's like, oh no, I should know this. Oh, dude, it's like so easy but so hard.
This'll help.
Oh yeah, I was like, wait, is this the song? Definitely not. Damn,
That's
get
the
popped like a
remix.
pimple.
That's the remix.
Do I know exactly in the song where it's, oh man,
I
I,
think
need
I
like
know
the
it.
song playing. Do you know it?
I think so.
Dude, of course you know it.
While
Look at
you
this
call
guy.
me,
Look at this
while
guy.
you call me Clearasil. Is that right?
Popped as a pimple.
So call me Clearasil.
So call me Clarissa.
Get popped like a pimple, so call me Clearasil.
Clearasil. Yeah.
Got a bad mother. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, no.
Keep going.
Yeah.
No, so call me
Dang, good
Clearasil.
job,
I've been
man.
Up, yeah, I've been
Good
up,
stuff.
yeah.
How
Good
do you
stuff.
just like pull that out of the filing
I
cabinet
just
without
did.
any context?
Well, and that's
man?
exactly it. It's
impressive.
got to be a filing cabinet. I can't
Well, those
imagine.
others were hard. I mean, it's like it's just,
No,
I think
yeah,
it's just
it's
knowing.
weird without
So
yeah.
get popped like a pimple, so
pimples.
call me Clearasil.
Clearasil.
I mean, that's a typical 90s diss.
Yeah, dude.
So, all right, DJP, let's have you take another crack at one more. Notorious B.I.G. Hypnotize.
Oh yeah.
Absolute classic.
Dead right, if the head right. Biggie there,
every
every
night.
night. Oh my God.
Dead right. If
I
the
play
head
this
right,
song all
Biggie
the
there,
time.
every
Yeah,
night.
dude, that's what I'm saying. Like I
Dead
listen to
right,
stuff
if
all
the
the time.
head right. Biggie there,
Every night.
Biggie there, every night. Hold on. Head right, head right. Biggie there, every night. And, I don't know.
I'm mad. I want my money back. I want a refund.
See, you gotta
Got
remember, I'm more of a
anything savvy?
beats guy. Like as far as hip hop or music, I'm such a musical person.
Yeah.
Lyrics,
I totally
I'm not
understand.
I'm not the lyrical guy.
Right.
But I pay attention, but not as close as I do the music. I guess I don't know.
Call me big
Al
boy.
Hutches with the now comments of the day. I love it when you call me Big Pod Boy.
Wrong
What's
song.
funny is Joshua's been saying, I love it when you call me Big Pop like all week.
Dead right, if the head right, Biggie there every night.
That's all I got. It's like a
Okay, so this is like
every night. It's like he starts a whole new line after that.
He does.
He
And
does.
the next line that he
Very
starts is the
nice.
line that everybody remembers in the song. But putting the two lines together is not easy.
Everyone remembers it.
Yes.
It's gotta be
Head
like,
right, if the head right, Biggie there every night.
dude,
All right.
I'm thinking.
See, that's crazy.
It is.
If I have the song playing and
Yeah,
it
dude.
got to that
I
part,
would, I'd be able
I
to
could
do
keep
it with
going
it.
with it.
Yes,
Yeah, I'd be able to do it
absolutely.
with it.
But in the meantime, and I have to do this.
You suck.
All
You
right.
deserve that.
All right,
I do.
Joshua, go ahead with the answer. Papa Bears. Yes. Papa been smooth since the days of
Ah,
Underoos.
dead right, if the head right. Biggie there every night.
Right,
Papa been smooth since days of Underoos. See?
Yeah.
Oh man, I feel like a complete failure.
Me too, dude.
I'm gonna start playing.
Good thing this is on the second floor. I'm about to jump out that window over there.
Oh,
Head first.
where'd it go?
Oh
Are we watching the death of a career?
Oh no.
Oh, that's funny stuff.
Ah!
Abigail says, this is giving me flashbacks to 9th grade band camp. There you go.
Interesting.
As long as you're
You
having
guys are
fun.
gangster rappers and band
That's right, dude.
Since the days of Underoos. I didn't go to that band camp.
I wish I would have gone to that band camp.
Right. All right. What do we got next, Joshua?
Oh, we are out of time.
You're out of touch. I'm out of time, but I'm out of my head when you're not around. What do y'all know about Daryl Hall and John O's?
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
They are
dude.
awesome.
Yeah, you want to talk about
no.
hip hop? You want me to tell you something? That's hip hop.
100%.
Michael Jackson stole the beat
Yes.
of
Oh.
what was it?
I can't go for that.
I can't go
Yes,
for that.
yes.
Guess
He-
who else took it?
Everybody.
We're talking hip hop.
I'm
Everybody.
serious. Yeah.
You went the first person I ever heard ever did it, or first group
Okay.
was De La Soul.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I Say No Go.
Yeah. Yep.
Dum, boom, 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 boom. That's funky.
Oh, yeah.
That's hip hop. They took that break,
Yep.
beefed it up, rapped over it. There you go. Hall and Oates.
Mhm.
And they're even white guys.
Blue
Right.
Eyes
What the
Soul,
hell?
man.
Right.
That's what that
Guys.
was.
Al Hutcher says, don't worry, y'all can make solar panels.
There you go.
Nah, you guys are great.
Damn.
Hey, I can mow yards.
Well, Savvy
Hey.
is a tattoo artist, so
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
got
He's got a side hustle.
Yeah, if
That's
you want
right. Hustling.
Springfield Ink,
Um,
right?
Well,
Yep, Springfield Ink.
Well, speaking of hustling and speaking of Savvy J, let's see here. I always forget about this. Don't forget, go to YouTube, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to stay tuned to all of our future stuff. Like, comment, and share.
Do you guys have any YouTube channels as well?
I just have
Yeah.
like my regular YouTube channel.
Yeah.
that
Well,
I
you
don't
You guys
do
ought to
anything
check
with.
those out too.
So here we go. So Savvy J, where can people find you or your music next?
Most definitely Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes, Google Play, Deezer, pretty much all the main outlets.
There you go. So I'll
yeah.
throw this up here full screen for everybody.
Yeah.
There's all of his social medias and Spotify. So be sure to give him a follow. He's got some really good stuff.
Thank you.
And I mean, there's a lot of. I'll just say, like, I am a huge fucking fan of your music, man. Like, seriously,
Thanks,
it's
dude.
very relatable. In a way that, like, we don't have the same path. We're not on the same journey, but I'm so on board with yours because of just exactly the raw emotion that you're emoting. Like I said, when we watched your video, like I can hear underneath your voice that like just you're right on the edge of like just fucking breaking down.
Yeah,
you
dude.
know,
I was,
and it's
most of my music's like that. Like I can't just like go to the studio and pick up where I left off unless I'm in that frame of mind,
yes,
because then I don't feel like it's authentic.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
I do.
And yeah, dude, that makes me really happy because I think that's a real in today's day and age, you know, it's like so easy to survive but hard to live, and I feel like things are so saturated and just so like everything's about just fake it till you make it attitudes. And like going back to like what D.J.P was saying, you know, like back then the rawness of, you know, the boom bap kind of era, it's like lost. And now that things are kind of being brought back, you know, like I don't listen to hip hop and like do this, I don't nod my head anymore,
right?
There is no real hook, and if there is, it's the same fucking thing.
It's
20 million. Yeah,
it's formulaic.
I miss that. I don't know. I try to bring a little bit of that to the table, but I also, you know, I just do a lot of me. You know, it's like I said, it's like my diary. You know, I'm not doing it to be rich and famous. I'm doing it to do it because I need to do it. And if that path takes me that way, so be it. You know, but I appreciate those words, man. I pour myself into it.
Something else I was going to say earlier. You guys were talking about punk rock, you know, and you were saying how he went from punk rock to hip hop. Really, punk rock was a black man's, or hip hop was a black man's punk rock.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
It really is.
Yes, it was.
I mean, like
what you're talking
I've
about.
had the thought before.
Yes.
Yeah. So it does make sense how all that encompasses and comes together with each other. Like Beastie Boys, look at them. They were a punk band.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
dude.
then they transitioned to hip hop, and but yeah, hip hop and punk, man.
Well, very cool.
Yes.
Savvy J, it's been awesome having you on.
Thanks for having me.
For anybody that hasn't heard any Savvy J music yet, please do check out his Spotify and his YouTube page. There's a lot of good stuff, and not even just good quality music, but good quality video shoots and stuff. Like you put your everything into everything.
Yeah, I try to. I do it all
that's-
myself, and I just, you know, like I said, it's an outlet for me. And I actually just have a release that just came out this week. It's called Lionheart.
Okay.
And it's about like kind of the battle what I've been going through.
Mhm.
I got some bad news from the doctor one day, and I decided to write about it. And it's kind of like me giving it back to my disease, but it's pretty intense. It's pretty cool. So it just released. Again, it's called Lionheart. Check it out on Spotify.
There you go.
Give it a listen.
There you go.
And I appreciate you guys so much, man.
Absolutely.
It's good meeting you too, dude.
Well, and I appreciate
Yeah,
your
we
time.
got to connect.
We
man,
need
for
to, yeah,
sure.
we should definitely collaborate.
I'm that right there is the whole reason why I'm doing the show is I'm trying. And I'm only
Bring
one
people
person,
together.
but I'm really,
Yeah,
I'm not going to steal our thing. So I'm really, here's the thing for me as a metalhead, and I've also been in a shit ton of cover bands over the years. Okay. So I recognize Springfield from a band perspective. Is it so, there's no other word to use, segregated. You've got your cover bands in the south side of town scene. You've got your metalheads and your original music downtown. You've got your hipster stuff and singer-songwriter stuff up on Commercial Street now. It is so segregated. I can literally buy a map, tell you what's where.
That's
and I'm trying to bring those circles.
You should make a map of that. That would be super interesting to demograph.
That really would be
of music.
Yeah, it really kind of would be.
And
And so my point is, there's so many people like yourself, Savvy J, that are, I don't want to say new to the scene, but have been involved in the scene, and you know some folks, and you're making connections. But there's people right under your fucking nose. That, I mean, look at this. Like, I would kill to hear Savvy J do a project with D.J.P. And so I'm about trying to bring those circles together to where there's not so many small circles. There's one big circle.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoyed what I heard.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that was my first one, and
I
think it gets better, you know, because that was my first time ever really dabbling in it, you know. So
maybe you'll be the third vinyl.
Let's do it, man. I would love a vinyl.
There you go.
Bro. Are you kidding?
So D.J.P, I'll give you the same kind of thing. Sorry, I did that. I'm sorry.
Vinyl.
Let me. There we go.
DJP.
Thank you. So this is www.djpmix.com is where you can find some.
You can go on there.
And that's where I can download that.
You can buy this on vinyl there. You can download. You can actually get this on cassette tape too. We've got it on
dude,
cassette.
that's bitching.
Nice.
That's
we,
cool.
we believe in the cassettes, man. The
Going
analog
old
sound.
school, man.
So you can go there. You can actually get this still. I'm down to about 50 of these left out of 500. So they're going quick. Oh, and I brought you these too. Jared.
Okay, what are these?
These are DVDs. I made this for kids. Oh, I made this one for kids. Backwards here. Yeah, this if you like horror films though, if you're into like scary, I'm going all over the place. So this is got Friday the 13th. It's got clips from The Shining.
Hell on Wheels. I've heard of this.
Yeah, so this is a mix. You can also get this on vinyl, but imagine me taking hip hop and rock, but incorporating it in a horror Halloween scents. So
Al Hutches, by the way, just dropped your link right there for those in the
Yeah,
comments.
thank
so
you,
just hit that.
Thank you. So this is definitely, if you're into scary movies, horror,
So it's-
80s stuff, slasher film. But the Lost Boys is on there. I mixed Cry Little Sister on there with a drum break from the Eagles. Crazy stuff. And then this
Wow.
one,
So it's
Beats
like
and-
shock rock, but hip hop.
it's
Shock
yeah,
hip
it's
hop.
totally
Nice.
This one's Beats in Toyland. This was only done on DVD, and it's basically a
cool.
combination of, you can see the little Oompa Loompa right here,
Uh-huh.
and then you've got the Jungle Book. You got
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
just
Alice
a
in-
bare necessity.
Alice in Wonderland, Wizard of Oz. So imagine me taking
Wow.
all of that and blending it together,
Dude,
and
I mean, I'm
and
not
making
kidding.
it
I literally
talk to
got
one
goosebumps.
another. Yeah,
That's
so,
cool.
and the great thing is it's not long. It's 30 minutes.
Right.
This one's 45 minutes, but they're short. They're fun to watch. If you really watch this stuff with no interruptions, no phone, no
Mhm.
getting up to go to the bathroom, you'll appreciate how it was put together. Like you'll get it. You'll understand why
Like
I did it the
as
way I did.
the same way you would a concept album.
Right.
Yes.
Like here's an example. I used the clip where, is it Veruca Salt?
Yep.
That's in, is she the bad egg, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Remember
Yep.
she falls down the chute?
Yep.
Okay, imagine seeing that, but then all of a sudden it fades into where Alice is going down
Down the
following
hole.
the rabbit
Right.
hole.
Yes.
So it's those
Nice.
types of
Yes.
transitions
Yeah.
that I did,
kind of a
that,
parallel universe type thing.
that made me
Yes.
think to do stuff like that. And then of course there's no cussing on it. There's no nudity. So
Sure.
kids can watch this.
That's
Matter of fact,
cool.
my buddy here, local, if you guys ever heard of DJ Platinum, he's another
Yes.
classic DJ here in town.
Yeah.
His son, who is grown now, is the kid in the video. It looks like he's the one actually doing the mixing. So
Wow.
I made it look like a child invades my
That's
studio,
really cool. Wow, man.
finds
that's
all
really
the
cool.
Disneyland records. So you see him pulling out the Jungle Books and all that, and then goes over, and then the mix starts. And it's a whole video of this kid manipulating and scratching and doing these records. This was a lot of fun to make. It took
Dude,
me
that's
a little
cool.
over a year and a half to make it. But and then this one, of course, came from my my Hell on Wheels 2.
And what's
vinyl.
funny is you said, I know I'm all over the place. You're not. This is the what you're seeing is the onion layers being peeled back of the passion of D.J.P. and all of what you encompass. It's not just mixing hip hop beats. It's everything. And I love that you incorporate all that in your music and
Thank
you
you.
don't box yourself in.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
I do want to throw down a challenge to both of you. You just mentioned DJ Platinum. Jody Guy helped make the connection between me and you to get you on here. So I'll extend the olive branch and see, would you mind doing the same for me for DJ Platinum?
I'll totally get him on.
Awesome. And Savvy, the same with you. If you've got somebody that's a friend of yours or something and you're like, man, I had fun on the Audio Roast podcast, I would love to, you need to do this.
Okay, yeah.
If you guys,
Absolutely.
I'll challenge you
I've
guys
got
to help me bring that circle together.
Absolutely,
There's
man.
a lot
Yeah.
of there's a lot of talent in Springfield. that
Yeah,
people
I was
don't
going to
realize.
say that earlier.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm talking guys that work on movie sets doing special effects.
Yes.
You know, if
Yes.
you guys ever heard of Mike Strain, that
Yes.
guy, he's worked on big movies. He's got a warehouse downtown full of all these props that were done in these big films.
Oh yeah.
And I mean,
Oh yeah, it
and
was
yeah.
something that was even said on Savvy J's interview on the Unsung Dreamers podcast. Like people say that Springfield's got so much talent, and they haven't even scratched the fucking surface. They
No,
don't
dude,
even- they don't
it's
even
strange.
know.
It's kind of weird.
It is.
It's
And
like a
that's
little
what I'm saying.
Bermuda
It's so
Triangle of
segregated.
weird stuff.
And those are the small circles that I'm talking about. I'm like, I'm trying to crack some of those and open people's horizons to some of
Totally.
that stuff.
yeah,
So,
I've got a buddy of mine who was over at his house 2 weeks ago. His son and their band was signed to a major label, pretty much. And then something happened with the pandemic, screwed
Sure,
it all up.
sure.
And these guys are, I heard their music and I'm ready to put them down. I mean, they need to be interviewed. They need to be
Yes.
on here. I mean,
There you go.
people need to know what's around, and people need
Yeah.
to
Exactly.
respect.
Yeah.
and-
Well, and
and-
Joshua over here, I'll go over here to
Yeah,
Joshua.
producer,
Joshua
yeah.
was a great example because go ahead and tell what you were saying the other day
About
about your circle and the people you've been around.
I've been playing in this town for like 25 years, and I've like in the last year and a half, I've just expanded my circle. I've only been playing with like the same like about 10 guys for that entire 25 years. And now that I'm kind of broken out of that, I've met all these new people, and I've created new friendships through the podcast, through listening to Dan and Tara's show.
Yep.
And so much so that I wanted to be a part of this podcast and came aboard on this.
Right.
Met Jared through all of that. And one of the things that I think that our music community can do is every band here in town takes 15 to 20-minute breaks between sets.
Yeah.
And normally the house plays some music. Savvy, would the hip hop community be interested in taking like those 15-minute breaks just to get out and show their stuff?
Right.
Because that's,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't see why not. But I mean, then again, like I haven't done. I mean, I've played punk rock shows and stuff like that, but I haven't done like any hip hop shows yet. So therefore,
Right.
you know what I mean. And I think like going back to what Jared was saying about the kind of genres are segregated to an extent. I don't think there's like maybe correct me if I'm wrong. Definitely do that, but I don't think there's like not necessarily a support system for hip hop around here. But as far as venues go, I don't see like a lot of actual like
front of house. And the ballroom, hang on, because you were talking about misconnections, and I want to fill this gap.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Yeah.
And I don't know how long you've been in the scene around here, but I'll bring you up to speed. So we hit on the fact that the pandemic. I'm trying not to cuss for some reason, but it fucked a lot of things up.
Yeah.
And one of the things was obviously some of the venues in town and bringing no income and looking at closing. One of those was the Outland Ballroom, front of house lounge, and the Outland. That whole complex was looking at getting. So long story short, there's a GoFundMe, $3,500 or $35,000 or something like that. I can't remember the dollar amount. Doesn't matter. I'm not even gonna say. It was raised, enough money was raised to keep it going.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was amazing.
That whole situation, as you know, we won't get into that.
No,
was a shit show.
Yes, it was. So and
and
thank God to Jimmy and everybody involved with the Outland that pulled out and was like, oh, this is a bad move. But so basically, there was a guy named Kevin Dunn. I don't know if you know who this is.
Yeah.
So this is somebody that's recorded some stuff for myself for Death May Die. He has who is the Varacus group. Has stepped in and stepped up, bought into the business, etc. And so he is a huge rap, hip hop supporter, that kind of thing. Like that's what his niche is in his recordings and stuff. So he's bringing a lot of support to the venues. Okay. So you're looking at playing probably the ballroom at front of house lounge, that kind of thing. Like that's a strong boom. Here's exactly where you need.
I just don't know if there's like a crowd around that would go to shows there like is. That.
So you and I talked before we hit record or go live. Damn it, names. Jared Young,
X-Cryptic and those guys, and Steven.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing. So, same kind of thing. Even if you kind of squeeze in there with maybe this isn't quite my genre. My band does this all the time, and it's awkward. Right. But you do find your people. Your people actually find you. And so like I could see you with like literally just a singer songwriter, an acoustic kind of thing, and people hear that's what I'm trying to tell you, and this is what Dan and Tara were trying to tell you, is people hear your story the way that you are putting it out. Yeah. But I feel like maybe there's this filter of like, well, maybe people won't connect. They will fucking connect. Go play. So nice. I'm gonna challenge you twice. Help me bring somebody here, and I want not for Savvy J to not have played a show this time next year.
Right.
Oh shit.
And
damn,
you've played casinos in bigger areas,
right?
If you're a rock band, when you're taking your break at a casino, what are they playing? They're playing hip hop. They're playing dance music.
Yep.
So
that's
even
Martha's Vineyard, for crying out loud.
Like last
they
night,
used to have DJs there.
I used to play there.
Friday.
I thought so.
Martha's Vineyard's fun.
It is.
It really is.
I played Friday and Saturday, and we really didn't have a whole lot of. If someone wasn't playing something on the jukebox, we didn't have any music going on.
Right.
I would have loved to have a DJ there, especially now knowing much more about you guys.
Right.
I think you would have killed like the 15-20 minutes between our two sets. That would have given you 30 minutes.
I see what you're saying.
Low pressure and would have introduced you to a whole new people, and it wouldn't have scared anybody off, especially with the band that I'm in.
Exactly.
That does such different variety.
Right. Yeah.
It's just we need to get out of this mindset.
And that's the thing too. And maybe that's Savvy, that's kind of a mind frame too, is don't think of it as like I gotta have a whole show. No, just give them a little taste and make them want more, and then you're able to book more shows and go from there. It's exactly jump in, do it, even if it's a little tiny bit.
Right.
So
I was going to tell you guys too, you know, front of house, you know, it's called Odyssey now.
It is called Odyssey.
That's right. I know I've seen some on Facebook about
that. I played there.
DJ Platinum is down there every Tuesday night playing nothing but raw hip hop.
Nice.
Yeah,
really?
He's got his turntables set up
every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday night.
There's also a lot of open mic stuff around town too.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
see, God, I need to like follow more Facebook pages or like just get in the circle more. Really.
Yeah.
It's really
absolutely.
what it boils down to.
There's people here on the chat. Cindy Lucas, Deb Klein, for crying out loud. She'll tell you exactly when, where, what date. Like you need to be here for this, that kind of stuff. So I'll help you make those connections. And
that'd be great, man.
Because man, Savvy J, people need to know more about you.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
So again, in closing, thank you guys so freaking much for your time.
This-
I've had a blast.
Yeah, this
is
so
fun.
we were kind of really apprehensive about this. We didn't know how it would go. Our viewers don't really.
Most of our viewers are rockers and disco and just mainstream kind of stuff.
Right. It's to me, this has like been one of the most fascinating.
It really
episodes
has,
because we have we know everybody in the rock community in Springfield,
right? Yeah. And
so it's like talking to friends, but this is talking to people that we have had no connection with, and we're actually learning stuff that we didn't already know before.
Yeah. Dude, it's so cool. I can't.
And there's a community out there that needs to be supported too.
It 100% does.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I said. Again, it goes to what I said at the top of the show. It's not even that it's just a rap show. This is a show of passion.
Right.
And extending that realm of possibilities with just stuff you don't know or you're not familiar with, or you've been afraid to ask, or just man, it's so good to see things cross over, especially in our own community. So
yeah, this is a really cool opportunity.
Good stuff, man. Yeah. Good stuff. Well, again, guys, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you,
and
man,
and
thanks to the viewers.
Thanks, you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go ahead and wrap this up here.
Pun not intended, or was
not
it intended?
done yet? I was just getting ready to take my headphones off. I'm hungry.
Same. I got to pee like crazy.
Yeah. So we're gonna be about 2 more minutes. So.
There you go.
That's all right.
All right. So final thoughts here. Here we go. So if you gotta pee, go pee. That's my final thoughts. I'm sure I had something fancy to say, but that's all I could think about right now. So, what's that? We did. So, do remember, guys, that times are hard for everybody right now. So, may your cup of coffee and your love of music be strong, but your sense of humor be even stronger. We'll see you hopefully next week right here on the Outer Roast Podcast. Thanks, guys.